movie and things like there's this guy just walk through everything and like nothing hit him. And only when I watched Die Hard 3 is an action movie, but I don't got that sense. I really feel like like the main character is not
like one of the things that makes
hard.
and Die Hard 1 is really good in that regard is he can't tank through everything. He's not capable of tanking through everything. He gets his shit kicked out of him.
Yeah,
like this is a man who's having to walk on broken glass, and he's like, "Gah!" He's clearly losing health points.
Yeah, like I feel like that's an expectation.
He still keeps going because he's a manly man. He doesn't just stop because he's a man on a mission, and nobody else can do it.
Hold on, the title's gotta get fixed again. Thanks, Twitch.
Yeah. Thank you, Frack.
Putting hold music on everybody. Yeah.
Listen, I get it, Echo. You don't want the white folks rapping. I understand. We're not good at it. It's not our natural milieu.
Huh?
Unless you're the Beastie Boys.
Alright, I'm stumped on that one.
Yes, Echo?
Let me fix the goddamn title. Cause you did
I'm sorry, Echo.
Alright, when we practice finish, I think I know how this thing works now. Let's do this.
That's right, I need to counterpick. What's Blaze play so I can counterpick Blaze? He's doing Wing Zero. I'm not gonna counterpick. I'm not gonna.
Why?
Counterpick.
Wait, why?
I'm not counterpicking because I don't know how to counterpick. And there's not much point in trying for me because it's well rounded enough that there's not like an obvious deficit that it has.
I think the Chinese guys have always had a fun.
Yeah, Wu Fei is such a dink.
Wu Fei,
Wu Fei's miserable. like if he's not being like a woman's place is in the kitchen, it's just like, come on, dude, shut up. He's just like, I'm gonna mate with my giant robot. I'm like, okay, dude, I appreciate that. Like, you don't understand, but you gotta stop.
No, also, where did you get off from trash talking? That woman was like taking pity on you, and you're like, you were weak. I'm like,
women don't belong on the battlefield. And I'm just like, okay. He needs to be stopped. Would you believe that man is already married, too? Like, canonically, he is actually married as of that point.
Is you serious?
In the background, yeah.
What is with every woman and their horrible choice of man in that goddamn universe?
I'm telling you, dude, the Wingverse, I don't know, man.
Is everybody like, I don't know,
Okay, what happened?
that guy was already married by that point. Wu Fei.
Okay. Let's not turn into Burger King UK. Let's not turn into the UK Burger King, Blaze.
I don't know what Burger King UK is, but I'm sure it's bad. So
I don't know what
They tweeted out women belong in the kitchen
Oh my god!
on International Women Day.
International?
And then later they're like, well, that was a bad choice of words for a tweet. We were really trying to talk about scholarships so we could have more women being chefs. It's a good thing, guys, but like, the damage was done. The damage was done.
Nice. Okay.
That's.
The damage
Wait,
was
do
done.
people still believe that corporations care about people? That's hilarious.
I don't.
Frack! Don't!
Why do you don't! It's a
Keep quiet,
secret.
man! Next, you're gonna let them know the Earth actually is
like
flat.
those
What's
times-
wrong with you?
Wait, it's
Are
like
we
those
trying to hide
times
a
when they
secret from people or corporations?
Wait a
I'm not
second.
sure
Wait a sec.
Yes. The
Blaze,
answer is yes.
Blaze is getting Ryder kicked in the face for saying the Earth is flat. Second, welcome to the podcast, everybody. Riders of the Grid, we're back with episode 54.
Yeah.
If you're wondering where other videos are for YouTube for past episodes, I'm going to fix that because things haven't been getting along well. But that's neither here nor there. We got a couple decent topics today.
We do. We got
continuity. We're gonna keep talking about, so don't worry about this. We kind of went off last week because nobody was really here. But we played some Scott Pilgrim and it was hilarious. Well, hilarity ensues with Scott Pilgrim and Dunn being stuck in Maku space.
Look, I don't know how I got there.
Listen,
right?
dude, you were the chosen one, and all you needed was a little space sheriff.
I do believe Dunn is like a chosen one. Yeah, he just have the goddamn
Zenkaiger
righteous ooze
I
out
don't know
of
if
him.
to take that as a compliment or an insult. All right, I'll just take it.
I don't think he said. I don't think he said you have a little
out...
space sheriff in your pocket. You're good, dude.
Listen,
Dunn, you're exactly the guy.
What's up?
He's just got to whip it out with the Gavan dynamic, you know, the razor blade.
Dunn, exactly the type of person. I don't know. I can totally see him with this like. I don't know. Love
No,
and
I realized
thing.
the way that
ruined
came
a
out
perfect
sounded like, oh, you should have been channeling your inner.
Yes, Dunn.
It came across as you should have been channeling your inner space sheriff, but I really meant it to sound more like this is training to become a space sheriff.
I see.
That's
all right.
Yeah, that was me being a dink.
Okay.
Dunn,
All right, so I guess I'm on the road to being a space sheriff now. I'm good with that.
You would ruin a perfectly beautifully laid out plan
Thanks,
to conquer
drink
the
Coke.
world.
Do we like Coke or Pepsi? That is
okay. My
Are you
blood is
trying
90% Diet Coke,
are you
so-
trying to advertise to me?
Coke? Like the drinking Coke?
Are you trying
So
to
I'll be
advertise?
honest, my
We
gut
got-
says Pepsi. Because ginseng.
I don't know who this guy is. Is it?
Are
Is
you
the
trying to
man- I think it's
advertise
the
to me,
man.
sir?
Like,
Is it the
did
man?
you-
Did the man find us? Are we gonna get sponsored by Coke?
Like, let me put it this way. Which Coke are we talking about? And I don't mean the powder. You people are gross. I mean
The drug. Listen,
the actual recipe for Coke, as opposed
this is-
to whatever
this
they
is
put in bottles and
This
call
is a
Coke now.
family-friendly superhero podcast. We do not do drugs here. And if you want to do drugs, you go to Gotham City because Gotham has a lot of problems as it is. You might as well just go there.
Yeah.
Dude, those poor folk having a problem. You give them more problem, Echo. How could you?
Yeah, I mean, it could, like, they probably play Fortnite in Gotham, and that's, like, just the start.
Frank, stop looking at what I play and making fun of me.
Sorry? Maybe? Not really, no. I'm not sorry. Or do you live in Gotham, sir? That sounds like a Gothamite thing to do.
Yeah,
Playing
Lily.
Fortnite. Making Batman do Fortnite dances that aren't from Fortnite, actually, but other places.
My best
You
friend
don't
is
know.
Dick Grayson,
Fortnite's
bro.
actually
You
quite
ain't know?
good.
He knows a lot of women, dude. We tell
This
you.
guy, I never played Fortnite.
Dick Grayson's
I don't know, just
a
kinda get
pimp.
to Fortnite.
Alright, he knows a lot of people that can hook me up, and I tell you what. Dick Grayson is a hell of a wingman.
Watch the creator before they gonna have a conversation.
Yeah, especially when you're hanging around at night and he's wearing, like, you know, tassels.
We're not supposed to talk about that.
So what?
Yo, Dick Grayson, if you're watching this, I didn't tell him nothing. See, what happened was it's your mask, dude. You had a little mask, and then you be doing flips like. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay.
All right. So we play today. We're playing Gundam Extreme versus Max the Boost Zone.
Yay, Gundam.
Gundam time.
Which Dunn still do not get it.
Dunn is
we'll
not
work
getting.
I did not get it.
Actually, they're coming out with the starter version soon, so
The free to play version.
I think is it free?
I don't know.
Or is it like some small amount? I don't remember.
It maybe they're doing the same thing with Final Fantasy, like the Cydia thing.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like there's a starter pack and
okay.
it's like $10 or $20 or something, and then you can pay the rest to get And it just like is really unlocking features. It's like everything, all the playable units are there.
Yeah, I know how the city is free to play while I work, even though I got the main base game. But yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I think. I don't know that that's out yet. In Japan, it probably is. I don't know about here. I should find out.
I'm enjoying Zenkaiger.
I can do it myself.
It's fun.
All right. Anyway,
but moving right along. We got a little bit of news. Let's get into the news. Are you done?
Just a tiny bit.
You don't mind?
Well, the one thing that immediately sticks out to me is that we have a leak from the set of Saber. Falchion is coming to the show.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I gotta remind you, before we talk spoilers, you gotta say spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Thank you.
It seems like Falchion. Well, it's not confirmed. We just saw the suit on set, but yeah. And that makes sense. It makes sense that he would come, considering, especially now that we know his sword is one of the swords needed to do all the book stuff, rewrite the world and whatnot. That's gonna be cool, and I'm curious to see if like the actual actor will turn or not. Going to be interesting.
I believe you will.
Yeah. All right. What other news we got?
Oh, welcome to the Discord server. Drink Coke.
Oh, someone joined?
Remember to follow the rules, please.
Apparently.
Oh, it's cool.
We were just talking about cocaine as well.
Oh
No.
gosh. No, we were not.
Stop.
Ignore that guy.
This podcast,
We were not talking about cocaine.
Yeah, we do not talk about that drug with the name that will not be mentioned. Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
you
Well,
banned.
hey, enough of that.
All right.
Whoa,
So,
that's
whatever news
nice.
did you want to discuss? Because that's the only one I really found interesting and worthwhile.
Well, it's not exactly a news, but...
Okay, we're not doing that.
I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna think.
Alright, so let's get started with the actual goddamn game. What else we got? We got a little news for Zenkaiger. They're getting
yes, Zenkaiger is already getting a special. 2 episodes in.
yeah, it's nice, right?
Something about here it is. The Red Zenkaiger, a spinoff on their streaming service.
Oh shit!
Yep.
First part will be released on the 21st.
What the hell?
And the second part will be on the 28th. And we just get the only teaser image is Zenkaiger pointing at a red Zenkaiger. So,
He's like, who the heck are you?
yes. Instead of like a white suit, it's just all red. And it doesn't have like the color stripes going down.
I mean,
It looks a lot
nice.
like
Aqua
looks a
Red.
lot like a Aqua Red / Aqua Ranger if you had like armor or whatever, which makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. We know nothing about it except there's going to be a red Zenkaiger in there, so
Oh, watch my back, please.
I assume it'll be like some sort of red
Damn it.
tribute.
I just don't want to shoot you out of it. I'm sorry.
I had him to go.
I was aiming right at Frack too. Damn it, Frack! You getting hit yet? Are you getting hit? I hit both of you at the same time. Shoot!
I was already dead.
This effect is not bad. I see
Yeah,
it.
why do you think I use it?
No, I mean I haven't taken. Then I see it in X, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like how they do it in X. So I'm gonna try and use it for once. I don't see his brother Mech here. So, okay.
He's one of your attacks.
Oh, that's sad.
He's a very valuable tool.
All right, do we want to talk about what got subs, or is that a thing we talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about sub time.
So the birth of the 10th, Kamen Riders all together. Kamen Riders EX Special has been subbed by 3 subs? E-Scrub? And not some really, so. If you want to watch the original anniversary of Kamen Rider, there you go.
That's been subbed like a couple times now, I think.
Yeah,
But a new group is something part of it, so.
give it a shot, man. Well, it needs to be
Alright, and it hasn't been a huge news.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. Another translation news. The Mobile Suit Gundam Char's counterattack of Beltorchica's children. Say that all 10 times fast.
I'm not going to this time.
That's right, you did that before. Is getting the manga, not the actual novel, but the manga of the novel, which is the novelization of the movie Char's Counterattack, except different, is getting an official release by some actual translation company, publishing company. And God only knows why. I don't know why. Like, out of nowhere. Just doesn't seem
I did
appropriate.
also remember 2 other bits of news real fast.
Okay.
Toei is finally releasing these things on our YouTube channel category that we have every week at this point. We got Stronger and Hibiki this week.
Yeah.
So,
finally releasing to me implies and gets my hopes up that it's the whole series.
The first
it's
2
only like the
episodes.
first 2 episodes.
well, actually, I'm
And
on your YouTube
admittedly-
channel right now. It's only 1 of each. So,
And
I imagine 2 will be
admittedly,
coming in a couple days, but yeah.
those are both good episodes for those.
Look, I
series.
want to see Stronger throw Mooks in the water, and then electrocute him as much as the next guy. So
Yes, it is pretty grand. Stronger so much fun.
But the fact that they're still doing that shows they're at least somewhat, I don't know if committed is the right word.
It's
but-
getting views at least. Kamen Rider.
It is getting
my
views.
favorite right
Spreading awareness.
The Hibiki is already at 26,000, so yeah.
there. Oh, G is a cool rating.
Oh, and Skyrider also.
Oh. As they call them in the next little Amazon.
They're calling it Kamen Rider / Skyrider, so as opposed to the original.
I threw my thing out. I'm sorry, Liz.
Damn it.
Oh, I suppose there's also that. I'm also just looking through their YouTube channel. They announced the Kamen Rider stage show 2021. One of them. So if you're in Japan and you want to go to a stage show in the midst of the pandemic, there you go.
Sorry, Liz, I died.
I saw the, but it's interesting that they bothered subbing the ad in English at all. So I mean, it's cool, but yeah. There's a bunch of riders that are in there, and for some reason, one of the bad guys is using Ghost's sword. I'm not sure.
It's probably since Saber is a thing. It's probably just about swords.
Probably. But you know, it would be cool. You got just bad guys going around collecting cast riders' swords. That'd be pretty neat.
See, you say that's really cool, but you were really upset when it happened in Ultraman Z.
That was this sword. That was a guy's head on a stick.
No. When Barossa Seijin had his sword.
What? No. Here, okay. I'm going to explain.
The
I
fight was
like the
dumb.
fact that he had a billion swords. I didn't like the fact that he didn't use them.
I thought that was the best part. It was about resisting the allure of merch. It was a good message.
What's going on?
Well, it clearly failed on me.
Welcome to the stream, bro. What's going on?
Hello.
Nice to see you, bro.
Echo, that's very good.
We're just slashing and shooting the crowd out of each other. Well, I'm not there. I'm just commentating.
I just got shot.
I don't know why I'm having to carry so much.
Okay, I have no health.
Alright. Any other news that we want to cover? Or are we all good? Come on, the news ones.
We have, I don't know if we have anyone.
I don't think we have any
Oh,
Thank you for carrying, Frank.
Ooh. Just got shot.
that's because Clank got caught up in my ult at the same time. I hit frag with it.
Yeah, I was not happy that I got hit.
Yeah, no, most people aren't.
So, anyway. I don't even know where we were going with this. Oh boy. Where were we at? I don't even remember, to be fair. Adios, drink Coke.
You mean I talked about what was on the show?
Is this the newest Gundam? Yes, this is the newest Gundam. What up, Kuzan?
Hey, Kuzan. Yeah, I talked about what was on the YouTube channel.
Where's
I did the
Mikazuki.
stage show.
Where? Oh,
I'm not sure what else it is.
I'll look for it. I'll see if it's there. What, the Mikazuki?
Any of the Barbies.
Mikazuki.
Because that's the name of the... Any of the Barbies, that's the name of the pilot.
Barbies. Yeah, bro, we got plenty of the Barbies. I'm not using the Clank's using one. And he's using.
I mean, we could all go different Barbies and bully Echo with them.
Well, wait a minute. I agree with this. Well, Clank switched off, so I'll play a Lupus for you. I'm not good at any of the Lupuses, but I'll play one for you. I'm not good at it, but I'll do it. Oh boy, G Gundam's one of my favorites, so I tend to lean toward those. But I got you. I'll play Mikazuki. I got you. I'll play Barbie. Oh, there's 3.
We're all bullying Blaze.
There's 3 versions of the Lupus.
Yay.
The Barbie Lupus. This is hilarious.
I know I blocked that.
I hit the guy who don't even aim at.
I don't know what sandwich you was talking about.
What the I was just gonna say, why are we talking about sandwiches? I just don't understand.
This tangent brought to you by Blaze.
So for people who love to play a little bit of scrappy fighting games, Gogeta's out. Have fun with Gogeta, dude.
In Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Dragon Ball Fighters. Yo, buy it, bro. Even Alu's got it too. He showed up once and we were like, what the heck? Oh, what are you doing here? He plays the X here. He said, hold on, I'm straight back. Okay, pick you up some Gundam. Gundam is great.
GG.
And when you get Gundam, bully Alu for me. Is that I think that's it for the news. Oh, I seen your Gogeta. I'm
Alright.
scared of your Gogeta. But I want to fight at the same time, so there we go.
Sounds like a true Saiyan.
Yeah.
I'm trembling, but I want to fight. Get off on that. I don't know why. It's kind of weird.
It's built in their biology, so.
Technically.
It is. Okay.
Seiya! Dude, Seiya's cool. Oh my god! Barbie! This is what...
Man, Echo is tearing shit up.
This is what we do, Barbie?
Oh, never mind.
This is how we play, dude? Dang, what are we doing?
A little upset that I just got bopped like that. Good job hitting your ally, my dude. Please do not hit me out of that.
No.
Thank you. I got shot anyway, it wasn't like this.
Once again, Blaze shoots his teammate.
I keep wondering how that always keeps climbing on the other.
You hit frag.
I'm so sorry.
You hit clank.
Okay, that's it.
You terrible teammate, my dude. But not Barbie.
Sometimes, Blaze, it's just you.
Barbie just, good lord.
And the the Barbies are good. The problem is they tend to be like, if you're playing the game it's intended to be played, which is 2v2, your teammate is you're gonna get shot by the other guy's teammate almost every time, unless they've been puked way off. Which is we don't play necessarily strategically.
No.
So we peel a lot, and it's basically 2 1v1s at the same time.
Pretty much.
But we have fun. Alright, one more time with Luffy. One more time with Luffy for me.
Alright, so
moving
I think that's all in the news.
Yep.
Superhero time?
Superhero time.
Yay! I have a lot to say about this week's episode of Saber, because this week's episode of Saber is really good.
Alright, let's get into Saber, but real quick, spoiler alert.
Okay, so we're starting with Saber?
Yeah.
Oh man, this episode was so good! This episode was so good! So we have episode 26 of Kamen Rider Saber.
I got it. Yo.
We get so much lore in this episode. So much explanation and exposition. It is amazing. So apparently Kanto got sucked into the realm of shadows, quote unquote, which I guess is just the world inside the sword. And while Kanto was there, he saw the future. A lot of futures. A lot of futures in which everyone died.
He's Doctor Strange.
Yes, that's one way to look at it. But he just went through, I guess cursed is the best word. And he just saw every possible future, and in every one, they all lost, every single time. Yes.
We're talking about Saber.
It is Kamen Rider Saber. He did what Izu did last season, but instead of coming out with the final form, he just went closer and closer to the edge. He found the edge and jumped off the edge.
Did I just kill Blaze 3 times?
I think you did.
No, I died
killed
once.
Blaze 3 times.
I died once.
Yeah, but I still killed Blaze 3
Wait,
times.
did you really die 3 times?
But what I do love is
He
that
absolutely did.
No way, Blaze.
He did. I should have screen capped.
Oh my gosh, Blaze.
But
I just ate that man alive.
here's
Sorry.
my little funny thought I had when I'm watching the episode. So he goes to the edge, and he's like, alright, well, everything's screwed. I need the most badass costume I can find. What do I have in my wardrobe? A turtleneck. That's it. That is his uniform for trying to save the world. I don't like the new costume. Yeah.
Tactical turtleneck, a tactile neck.
And that's why Vision is Vision.
I just like to imagine that that's the edgiest thing he had in his wardrobe. Just the
That would be
turtleneck.
pretty funny too, if it were. It's indicative of my mind state. I want to hide from the world, but I must be insulated from evil. Like a turtle, but also like a warm piece of garment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Alright,
man.
so we got exposition from Yuri again. I love Yuri so much just because he provides so much work. Alright, so way back in the past, we had the Wonder Woman who connected the Wonder World and the real world. Luna is, I guess, her reincarnation or whatever, but she connected the worlds originally, and they were joined by 5 people. One of them was the original Master Logos, not the current one. One of them was Tassel, who was originally called Victor. And then the other three are the current Megiddo, the Megiddo commanders. So we have an explanation for where they came from.
Sounds very Knights of the Round Table so far.
Yeah, I figured they would do that. I'm cool with that,
the Megiddo, they were enticed by the power of the book and just became evil, and they became the Megiddo as a result. And then Master Logos and Victor decided to split guarding the two world duties between themselves. Master Logos took on our world, and then Victor took on the Wonder World, and he became Tassel. So we know who Tassel is as well. He's an actual character, and he meets with Master Logos in this one. Which it is officially revealed, but we already knew this, that that Master Logos is Shinken Gold, that actor, very same character, so. But this is the first official reveal. And they meet, Tassel and the current Master Logos meets. And then
I tried to help you out, but couldn't defend.
Logos says something to Tassel. We're not 100% sure what. Tassel just kind of disappears. Not sure where he's off to. But apparently that's the person that Tassel was meeting with, was just Master Logos. I'm curious where he's going to go. Tassel just became incredibly relevant, which I do love. And then, what else happened? We have a really kick-ass fight scene between... It starts off just Caliber and Yuri, Psycho. And then Sabella joins in and makes it even better. And then everyone else shows up. And it's just it's such a great fight scene. And the music works really well. And all the sound effects work with the music. And it just sounds so good and looks really good. And then oh yeah, Saber tries to reason with Kento. Saber tries to talk Kento into joining their side. But Kento has already seen...
because I know everything that you're going to do. Strange,
no, Kento has already seen the conversation and just immediately knows everything that Thomas is gonna say, and it's just like, yeah, no, none of this will help. We're all gonna die if I join forces if we don't do this. I gotta seal every sword. So Kento comes back and basically beats everybody, and then he starts off. The first sword he seals is Suzume, Slash's sword. Slash gets knocked back. He de-henshins. The book goes flying back, and then Saber seals the book. So now Slash is without a book, and then Kento seals the sword. So even if he had a book, he couldn't transform. God damn it! Why did it have to be Slash first?
Because it's you, Dan.
I know! God damn it! But no, Slash has been taken out of commission, unfortunately. And it's really heartbreaking because you see him just clutching his sword, and because he's the swordsmith, he can hear the swords, quote unquote, and all that swordsmithy jazz, and he's just like, Suzume, answer me! And it's just, man. Just, And also, Toma then goes into Berserk mode, and it's a really sad scene. Because Toma's just had enough at this point, and he's just really angry, and it's so sad. It works really well. Now they do the rain with the sprinkler thing, and it's just, it works so well. And then, anything else significant that happened? Caliber just kind of pieces out, everyone leaves, and... As a basic summary of the episode, this episode is really good. Everything works so well. Yeah.
And that's all, folks.
I'm gonna make sure I did this. Look inside. Yeah. Alright, so that's a basic summary of the episode. This ends with everything going wrong. Because that's how it is. That's just how it is. Next week we're getting Elemental Dragon, so we'll see what Elemental Dragon can do next time. Man, this episode is good. Man, this episode is good. You're not watching Saber. Seriously, watch Saber.
Oh, I had the cannons.
I came back with 100 health.
Did you die before me?
Yeah. No, I did not die before you. You died first, and then I died. I died before you died there. Or before I died there. Never mind.
But that was our weekly edition of Done Gushes About Saber, so... Man. This series has been really good. Really good.
Anyway.
Can you get some duct tape and put it over his mouth and maybe his nose while you're at it? I think he can, and just you choose to enable him.
I still have to move my entire PS4 down to floor, but that's what I do.
Whatever, Blaze. Alright.
Thank you for understanding.
I don't think we believe you, Blaze. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I don't believe you, but no, it's over.
Oh, shit.
Alright, so that out of the way, we now Zenkaiger. We didn't really talk about the first episode of Zenkaiger last
Pretty
week,
good.
so
Oh, we died at the same time.
we can talk about who else has seen the first episode of Zenkaiger.
Yeah,
First
pretty good.
Oh, shit.
It's a
Way
very fun
faster.
thing.
It's a good opening. I like that we get little clips of like some previous Sentai as they're getting trapped or whatever. Like Go Ranger,
Oh, of course.
Ranger, Meja.
Stuck on the wall for 30 minutes. I think combos I believe. I like it hits you. You get the hit, but it's always late.
That's why you gotta be one step faster.
You just Blaze wants to freaking on the wall. Wall. Yeah, I'm not good with
Bullied
this
me the
one.
previous match.
I'm not good with this one. I want to be, but I'm not. It's okay. Okay.
I forgive you.
I don't forgive myself. Alright. Moving quite along. Alright, so let's talk about Zenkaiger real quick. Spoiler alert.
Spoilers for Zenkaiger.
There you go.
So, we want to talk about? Yeah, we can talk about both episodes. Since 2 just got started, so I haven't seen.
Oh, I ain't seen that one yet.
Yeah,
I just
that's
know they recruit Yellow, and then we get the full mega, the full mecha.
Yes.
Well,
So we'll talk about that a bit more next week. But as for this, we get the basic stuff. We get introduced to Kaito about to bungee jump off the Sky Tower. Because, that's what he does, apparently. He finds places to bungee jump off of. Well, really, his whole gimmick is wanting to be the first in the world to do something. Really, the first person to do anything. Really, that's kind of his whole gimmick, I guess you could say. It's just a fine enough gimmick. It's a bit weird for an anniversary series, though.
It doesn't make any sense for an anniversary series.
Yeah.
It seems antithetical, but maybe they could do something with it. I don't know.
At the end of it, he's like, hey, I think we were the first person in the world to do that. And then his little parrot sidekick kind of chirps up and says, well, you were, in this world anyway. Yeah. In this world, we were the first to do it, I guess. But we get introduced to, let me see. And then, okay, so the very first thing that really of significance that happens is that a bunch of robots just pop out of nowhere, just pop into existence in the world. somehow this world and a parallel world filled with robots have merged somehow.
Because
Something to do with the evil bad guys.
Yeah, they're
But
trying.
yeah.
I guess they want all the worlds under their control or something. Some shit.
Yeah, we see like it cuts to a bunch of Sentai worlds being like condensed, I guess is the best way to put it, into like little machines.
Oh, Frank, we gotta remake the room so Kazan can get in here.
Oh, yes.
Almost forgot. I'm so sorry, Kazan.
So we see the world get condensed. They want to try to condense this, but something goes wrong with the Zenkaiger world, and it just kind of half merges them somehow. And then it cuts. There's like a month time skip, and everyone is just kind of living with robots at this point. It's just like, oh, half the population is now robots. Nothing weird anymore. It's been a month. We're all used to it at this point. It's still kind of weird.
Used to it.
Yes. So that happens. We then get introduced to Duran, who is our
I saw
dino.
the opportunity.
Dino member.
Blaze, you killed me. You would have won if I hadn't been shot by my teammate.
That was a murder. That was a straight murder.
Blaze, do not make me show you how to use the full armored double Zeta. I will do it, and you won't be happy.
You heard him.
Okay.
I will show you all about the fine art of being burly.
But yeah, Frank, let's remake the room. So
Oh yeah, thank you.
I forgot. Kazan, we sorry. Welcome to the game, bro.
Duran, and Duran just wants to party. That's all Duran wants to
He's
do.
a party guy. He's a party dinosaur.
He's an old dude who wants to party. So
We like
I don't
the
know how
party.
old he is.
We like the party.
But he just shows up to a random beat party and just like, hey, can I crash your party? And they're just like, sure, why not? Then we cut to the bad guys who are
Goofy.
wondering why.
But I like it.
Yes. Cut to the bad guys who are wondering why the heck this didn't work. Because apparently they don't even know. And no, why don't we just invade it like normal? Why don't we just invade the world? Why not? And that's what they do. So the evil empire comes in, and apparently there's like a whole class system in the robot world. It's like
The upper
the bots
class.
at the bottom and the bots at the top. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because caste systems are always so much fun.
That's why
But
they're
yeah,
evil.
the evil commander robots are just like, all you lower class robots are nothing but scrap to the scrap pile. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. All that fun jazz.
Yorkshire's the biggest and the greenest and the meanest. Ah, I should have gone with the burly boy, and I didn't.
I guess we're bringing out giant laser cannons. This pilot seems to be a rookie for it.
And then we get the whole. So now the evil robots have started attacking. And then there's like some. Like suddenly, like people just start fearing all the robots, not just the evil ones. Like,
Well, because the robots start attacking, so it's like, oh god, these guys could turn
like,
on us. So.
yeah, there's a
just
significant
a bunch
moment
of
with
pain.
Duran where Duran's about to fight the evil robots, but all the humans are scared of him.
He's like, what?
We get into it. Yes. So there's that. And then we cut to Kaito, our main character, who just pulls up in the cane shop with Grandma, and then the little robot parrot awakens, and turns out his parents had prepared for just this kind of eventuality, and they found. So basically, the parents who were studying parallel worlds, they found. They discovered the parallel worlds of all the previous Sentai teams and made gear based on them.
Yep, because every Sentai
Basically
will.
how it goes. Yes.
This works.
That's basically how it went.
It works.
And so Kaito immediately takes to this and is like, alright, so we're gonna save the world. And he tries to recruit the grandma into the team. He's like, here, take this gun. Let's go save the world.
Okay, man. Granny with a gun. Granny's got a gun. Bang.
That was a pretty funny, like, one of those Imagine Now films where they're just standing with the explosion behind them. Got a chuckle out of me. So, Kaito goes out to recruit people, finds Juran, who protected the kid. Juran's out there, he saves the kid, and then Kaito's like, hey, I like you, wanna be my friend? Wanna join our team and save the world? And Juran's just like, why not?
Thank you, why not, man?
And then I love, like, the evil army shows up, and I feel like this is gonna be a running gag. Right? So, then they all just line up in, like, a formation.
Oh,
and
shit.
then Juran, Kaito explained to Juran how the gun works. And then it cuts over to the bad guys, and they're just like, they start, like, talking like, you common robots that exist for the scrap. Bang! Just one of the minions instantly gets shot. That's great.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta shoot a minion while they're standing in formation. Just like, bang! Oh, hey, hold on now.
Damn it.
And then we get the henshin, and I quite dig the henshin. Nice and sweet, and gun yells a lot. The gun yells a lot. The gun yells a lot.
Yeah, it does. Moich.
It is. We get our henshin sequence, which is pretty standard. It's pretty good. And a little bit of the roll call, which I really like the roll call.
Part 1 of the roll call, I like to call it. Part 2 is an episode 2.
And it'll just keep growing. So, there's like, the two of us are Zenkaiger. I mentioned this before, I don't know if it was on or off podcast, but I like the fact that in the roll call, Zenkaiger says, like, Himichino power, referencing, like, the original Go Ranger team.
Yeah.
It's a nice little touch. So they do their fight, and the fight is actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're just beating the
fight
crap out of moves.
They do like the explosion, and it's like the explosion like freeze.
Right, yeah,
they just are fighting around that. Pretty dope. And then we get they start using some of the Sentai gears. So we get Zyuohger's gear and Ninja's gear. Yes.
Zyuohger's gear, Zenkaiger pulls out the wings like Yamato would have. It's kicking ass.
Well, you gotta start strong. You gotta start with if you're gonna do an anniversary series, you might as well reference like the best red, or one of them.
One of the best, yeah. And then Jiren pulls out the ninjas and he starts slashing super fast ninja speed. You know?
That's how you do.
Yeah, like spoiler alert for episode 2 because they pull another one. I think it's Goggle 5 that they used. Is Goggle 5?
In episode 2 they use Goggle 5,
Hurricane.
They use one more too. Goggle 5, Hurricane, and
I know with the Hurricane they did the whole thing where the ninja fight behind the screens. That was cool.
The shadow dance.
That was cool. And
that
then,
was pretty dope.
I forgot what they did with Goggle 5. Oh, I think it was Go-Go.
The ribbons.
I think it was Go-Go 5.
Goggle 5 has the ribbons.
Yeah, I think it was Go-Go 5 for the mech. Because they did a finisher attack that was very similar to it. I'm not 100% sure.
We can watch it again when episode 2 actually gets done. So.
Yeah.
As for episode 1 still happening, so they beat all the mooks on the ground. Big general dude summons the giant one. Juran goes big.
Finish.
Yes, Juran goes big. And I mean, the large fight works fine, but his Tyranno mode still doesn't. Even the CGI version still looks. Yeah.
I like that little, like, I don't know if it was a nod on purpose or not, but he pulls something from Godzilla where he jumps, breathes fire, and starts flying backwards. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
That's, Godzilla versus the Smog Monster.
Oh, that was super funny.
pretty well, both the land and the giant fight. It just I wish the Dino mode looked better. That's all.
Shoot. And we got our Blue. He's working as a janitor.
Oh yeah, that was great. The Blue is working as a janitor for the bad guys, and the bad guys mention like, for some reason our worlds have merged together, and the janitor's just like, wait, what did you say about that? And then they just zap the crap out of him. Just like, you have to forgive the cleaning staff.
Just bullying our cleanup staff. All he wants to do is work his wages and go home.
I mean, if we didn't already know he was going to join the team, I'd be like, dude, you need to leave and just join the team. It's like, even if you're not going to be a ranger, just be the cleanup crew.
Extremely toxic workplace environment.
Yeah.
He is an extremely toxic workplace environment. Also, I love the fact that the finishers essentially hit them in the face with a giant logo. That's great. Yeah. It's just their logo that just comes in here and just bam right down. That's cool. I know we're not really talking about episode 2, but I do want to mention
there was a couple moments in episode 2. We'll go into more detail next week. But like,
yes.
There was a part.
But we get the first official mech combination between a lion,
and a T-Rex share a kiss. Thanks, Super Sentai.
Yes, thank you, Super Sentai.
There's a little peck on the face of the
I will mention that the Lion's Lion CD model does look a little better than the T-Rex.
Still ugly.
Just gonna mention that. Still ugly. Still pretty ugly, but it does look a little better.
Yeah. But it is what it is. It is Super Sentai.
Well, the thing that's really weird to me, though, is that during the mech combination, they just get transported to a baseball field? They're just
embracing the goofy energy of Super Sentai.
Yeah, but and they just go to a baseball field for the combination. Not sure why. They're just in a baseball field. In a baseball field.
I made a grab. You called outside.
No, yeah, I looked through and it looks like it's just the 2. Just level 5 and
Woo! Nice. That makes up for punching Clank in the face accidentally.
Yeah, I just thought that when he somehow ran to Clank.
Clank, if your mic is on, sorry, we can't hear you.
Me? No, mine.
Clank. Blaze, when we want to rattle your cage...
I just switched my mic to an even crappier version. Okay?
When we want your opinion, Blaze, we will rattle your cage.
Yeah, tell your brother to get back on the hamster wheel so we can eventually play Climax.
Apoplectic up in here.
Gundam, no. Do not cut off in 15 minutes. I'm tired of that.
But no, okay, so that's Zenkaiger. I think it's off to a pretty good start for me.
That's all you really have for superhero time. Falcon and the Winter Soldier starts next week. No more Ultraman. Yet. Because they're just replaying
I haven't heard anything about Trigger yet, so...
If it is named Trigger.
Well, they copyrighted it for a reason.
Right, but there are many reasons it could be copyrighted.
Yep.
Did they, like, hear, like, some rumors about some Chinese company wanting to use the name for something? I don't know.
Maybe.
It wouldn't be the first time Chayo does that.
They do love taking Ultraman.
I'm aware. I'm just saying.
What?
I'm aware of what you're saying. Alright. So, I'm gonna hate to do this. Let's unfortunately talk about the 7 Geos in Decade's House of Death.
Ah, yes.
We have to.
Yeah.
In case we're not already spoiling our opinions on it, we don't really like it.
I'm not a fan, and this is coming from someone who actually likes Kamen Rider Geos.
I also like Geo.
Oh yeah,
But
but I have a lot of opinion for it.
But I will say this is probably the
Worst
least
thing that
favorite
they've
piece.
done from Geo.
I can go farther. This is my least favorite writer anything that I think I've seen. Like,
I already say why I think like what happened to the behind the scenes. Okay. I think okay.
like I don't want to say I outright hate it. But
I outright hate it.
I didn't gain anything from watching it. So
It was. There was an idea there.
there was an idea. It was executed very poorly.
Oh, beyond poorly.
So let's just start with the basic premise.
Oh, there you go.
We can hear you.
Thank God.
Hey,
I don't know
Clank.
what happened. I do.
All right, so let's talk. We're gonna talk about spoilers, but you're not gonna watch it anyway. Trust us. It's fine.
You just if you're looking for a recommendation, just don't.
That's not
All
something
right.
we'll recommend. So we're gonna start with the Decade's House of Death first because
Since
that's
that
the
is
order it
technically
goes
the
in.
first one. Yeah.
This actually was pretty interesting.
So-
setup, I admit.
Decade's House of Death starts up with Sogo and a bunch of other people waking up in this random house. Why are we here on this house that's on an island in the middle of nowhere to play a
To do the
game?
classic Japanese favorite of mysterious death game. So yeah, where every person is killed off one at a time. Because for some reason Japan loves that subgenre. I don't know why.
That's actually, I would agree with Blaze on that. That is actually a good genre.
It's a
That is
decent
actually-
set. Like the setup was
I
fine.
personally
for that.
never liked it, so that's just me. No, I don't. I don't like it at all.
Literally half the reason why I read Detective Conan.
The setup for it was fine, dude. Like, don't get me wrong. That was great. Okay. Sogo and the gang are about to face the House of Death. Where does Decay come in and all that jazz?
I'm just not a fan of that kind of genre. Sorry.
That's understandable.
Don't say you have to, but
So it's already on a rocky start for me. So
So, the death game, people die. Story's not, there's no real big deal for the story. Because you
Yep.
tell anything.
Episode-
People die. Decay shows up.
honestly, the best moment is Decade's introduction, where you hear the Spanish guitar pop up, and then Decade just walks through the door for no reason. That's honestly the best part of the whole. I think of the free episodes of the Death Game one.
yeah.
I do not understand how this unit's supposed to be played.
That's not,
Oh, the Haruto? I figured out a little bit. Only with his wings, but pretty much nothing
yeah,
else.
when you change mode, then become Wing Zero for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing.
He only gets 3
So
shots,
they wake up
but
in
it
the
does,
house.
it does
Some
reload.
random dude pops up on the TV.
Yep.
They do a game. Another Ryugi shows up, kills somebody. They do another game,
People
and
die.
more people die.
That's
Yeah.
that's
DK
essentially.
shows up.
Yep.
And we go. That ends the first episode. Cut to the next episode where just more people die. Pretty much.
Which I have another issue.
That's all that really happens. Cut to the third episode, where it turns out that everybody who died actually didn't. Well, more people die, and then it turns out that a lot of people who died came from worlds where death wasn't really an issue, for some reason. They just completely cop out of that.
Because for some reason, Oma decided to mix all the worlds together for one
Or at least
sole
drag
reason.
people from different worlds into this one. But I didn't bother thinking which worlds they were being dragged from. Because, like,
I think they were at a
Sogo's a
neutral
robot.
space. Yeah, the Sogo
Yeah.
in the death game is a robot, and he has the powers of Kamen Rider Saber in his back pocket that he just.
for some reason, as a robot. I don't know.
Yeah. So apparently, Oma's goal
One of the
is to
girls
find
is a
Sogo.
ghost. Yeah.
That's his goal. One of them's a space ninja.
Space Ninja one was really weird.
That was-
I'm still not sure if that came.
and another AR Kuga was a murderer.
Yes.
Yeah. Which
Because they like doing that with characters that haven't been seen in 10 years just for them. So,
Yeah, that was good. But it was, I mean, it makes sense.
That
because
being
of
said, the actual showdown between Geo, Decade, and Oma kicks off. With a little help
extra
from
help from
Kaito,
Tien and
Kuga, and Kivalo, yeah.
Yeah. Because we need to get the rest of the Decay cast in there somehow.
It was okay. It was okay. Kuga tries something, fails. Kivalo tries something, fails. Dien tries something, fails. Sogo goes to fight Oma, and then it fails, and he's like, "Here, Decade, take this, use this power. You can defeat him, Decade. I can't use this. This is a ride watch.
It's a ride watch. I don't use watches. I use cards.
It doesn't work with my belt. Then find someone who can." And Sogo does the Robo Sogo does a sacrifice play. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it.
And that's basically that.
And then yeah.
It kind of exists as a prequel to the other one, but it doesn't really. Again, doesn't really.
And then
it
at the same time,
dying. So, ugh.
And at the same time, in another place, the actual Sogo and Sogo from the series, the school is
we
on
assume
an
it's
island.
Sogo from the series. I think it is.
It is. That's the one.
All right.
So he's chilling in the school with a bunch of other students. He's a third year, so once he finishes up that year, he can finally graduate again because he's the first time, so he can have a school life with his friends and the show.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother plot line in general that I'll talk about eventually. Right now, Sogo's chilling, doing what he does. And, yeah. People are dying outside because of Invest.
Because for some reason, the school has been teleported to a different alternate reality neutral space kind of mumbo jumbo. Same with a bunch of other schools, all with a different version of Sogo for some reason.
It's 6 now because Robo Sogo did.
Yeah, it's Robo Sogo. Early space.
Why did they
but they do that. It's another Japanese genre thing where we just get a school in the middle of an apocalypse thing. Never favorite.
I don't get either. I've been here for one done. I don't get why that's.
I don't know either. It did the random like school suddenly in the middle of post-apocalyptic wasteland.
The whole locker room murder. I can see the charm there.
So yeah, again, not enough to do a strong start with the 7 Geos. But we cut to a bunch of other different alternate versions of Geo. Just being Geo. One of the Geos has a girlfriend for some reason.
You about to get ulted, but whatever beams you had freaking overriding me.
Well, because I hit you first.
I swear you didn't, but alright, I'll take it. I'll accept it.
You were still doing the wind-up as I had started mine.
Which, it's kind of weird that they put so much significance on that, on the new girl, like Misa, I think her name was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The girlfriend of one of the Geos, and she was also in the murder game as one of the players.
I eventually think they're gonna do something else with. They're probably gonna forget about it, but if not, they might do another writer time. More than likely, they'll forget about it.
Like it kind of seems like there's like how Ghost got a girlfriend after the series.
Well, Sogo like can't be hunting MILFs forever.
It seems like they might be trying to set that up with Sogo.
I can't with you.
I mean, they did mention that Omagio had a queen, so.
Turkey neck bones. What's up, bro?
Oh my god.
Yo. Also, they did mention that Omagio did have a wife, so I guess we have to assume that's her, but we'll probably never find out.
Yeah, we'll probably never find out.
It's like the
But anyway, she shows up. She's there with one of the Sogos. Two of the Sogos leave their schools to venture to wastelands, and they find our Sogo, main Sogo. And then they try to hold like a class election because that's what you do in a post-apocalyptic wastelands.
That's what you do. Yeah, because Schwartz and whatever, the Schwartz is just weird. Listen, man.
Yes. In the middle of this, we cut over to DK just driving through a jeep in the middle of the wasteland.
He kills.
He's hunting down Geos. Yeah,
man.
on Sogo. Because apparently he's just on Sogo hunt duty.
Yeah, he's apparently he's being used by Oma to find and destroy Sogos so everything can get back to normal.
Yo, Oma, hit
Apparently.
me up. You don't even have to coerce me.
So I guess
I'll just
Oma's,
do it out of charity. Deal.
so I don't know what's wrong with Oma. I don't know if he's just like,
Absolutely trash.
I want to make sure that the Sogo from the show is on the right path because he showed me something different and I was a fan of it. Or what? I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too into it because you know, freaking Toei has no idea what they're doing.
I think you're trying to put more effort into it than the writers did.
Yeah,
That's how you know I like
Coconut
Gio,
soup.
bro. That's how you know I like it.
I like it too, but this is not something good. But this is not good.
I am aware it's not
I
good.
said it before and I'm saying it again. Oh wait, this is too early. Maybe wait until we do talk about it.
We'll wait. We'll just go through the rest of the story.
you.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
hey,
Silver.
Silver, you're here.
Hey, Silver.
Hey, Silver.
Really, bro?
We're in the middle of talking about the Seven Geos at Decade. Geo versus Decade. So.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm right on time.
Well,
You
we
watch it
don't.
already?
Did you watch it, Silver?
The Rider Time series, Geo vs.
Yes.
Geo Decay. Yeah, I finished. Yeah.
Okay, so
Did you like it?
Okay.
We did.
please say
We
no.
did, just to let you know.
Please say
we
we're
really
in
didn't.
agreement.
We all have
Okay.
opinion.
My opinion on this stuff is biased because I didn't hate it entirely.
Okay.
Okay. Here's what. Okay. Let me get into things I like before I get into things I dislike. Because there's a lot of things I dislike.
Well, before
okay,
we do
so
that,
hold
let's
on.
just finish summarizing what happened real quick.
We're going through like
Then we
a
keep our
story
opinion.
synopsis. We're almost at the end, so
Alright,
let us finish that.
Let's do that first.
Okay.
So the Geos show up, they hold the class election. One of the Geos turns out to be a dick and starts killing the other Geo. Then more Geos show up to join the election.
Let's go with him. It's been a while, so okay.
Then Echo, take it from here. I
Yeah,
forget what happened.
But more
been a
Shield
while.
show up. Alright.
Yes.
Decade shows up too,
Yeah,
like
Decade
that.
shows up too.
But before that, the first two other Sogos that we introduced to is the president, school president, and some other guy.
School President Geo and not a punk Geo.
Yeah. True main character Geo. That's good. But my man knew what to do. So there was that. Just trying to shoot at Frey.
So we get into episode 3. So now we have the remaining Sogos all together. More fighting. Meanwhile, we should mention during this time, Tsukiyomi is just off in the middle of the woods hanging out with a little kid.
Well,
Who he turns out to be another Sogo.
so apparently Tsukiyomi's story for that was she wants to go help people. She wants to help people, so that's what she was doing.
Yeah, but once again, that was not just any Sogo, but that was Oma himself.
Oh, we're
Yes,
gonna
that was-
get to that. We're gonna
That
get
was
to that.
Oma Sogo.
It doesn't make it clear if it's the same Oma you're from the TV series.
No,
That's
it's not.
No, yeah, I'm about to say it couldn't have been.
Or maybe it is. He's just younger because reasons. I don't know.
Yo, Almighty, do you need an invite?
Almighty don't got no Gundam. Why you lying?
Almighty, why would you?
Why'd you lie? Why'd you lie to us?
Why would you get my hopes up?
So anyway, moving right along here with
More Sogos show up. They join the election.
yeah.
More Sogos are about to fight
Yeah, so
Decade.
shut up, Almighty.
Nah, money, let him know. Let him know.
You want no
And
smoke?
then that case just
Really? He says he doesn't play Gundam. You.
You want
going
no
through all
smoke?
of them easily, which is I like they have no chance until when he does fight.
apparently there's only one Sogo capable of being Omagio. That's what Decade says, anyway.
Yeah, and that's the one from the show.
Doesn't that directly contradict like the entire series?
Well, one of them might come to the.
Well, they didn't really deal with multiple Sogos in the series.
And I guess
I tried, Clank.
Why you up there? Part of my understanding of the true Sogo, I guess the true Sogo is the one. Well, it's obviously the one that we know, and the one that can go Drain Geo and all the other ones. And I guess the majority of these other Sogos that showed up has not reset. You know, far as I can tell, because they never went into full details. So for all we know, they probably have, but then who knows? The true Sogo cannot. It's basically one of the replacements. It's basically that's all.
Oh shit!
So basically, later on throughout the episode, I forgot. Are we talking about episode? We're talking about episode 3 in the other time.
We're talking about all of them. We've already been through 1 and 2.
I'm sorry, Echo.
Yeah, we're just.
For both Decade and
I just sat around floating in the sky.
We already talked about the Decade one. We already talked about the Decade one.
And then I floated up and I was like, Brad, you good?
No, he does that to take off the lock.
Say that
puts
one,
us in green lock, so it's hard
I forgot. I really do not know how to depict them, but one of the girls, that one girl who will be blowing the damn heart to that one, to the one Sogo.
Yeah, Misa.
Misa. Yeah.
Who, I guess would be one of the girlfriend for Geo, even if she ever appeared in the series, but she didn't. So, yeah.
We'll see.
So Decade and Geo start fighting. They go out into the wastelands. Then Tsukiyomi shows up with the kid. The kid turns into Omagio because that's just what he does.
He doesn't even remember anything about, like, he's like, I don't even remember my name. I just know I'm being called up this way.
And then when he sees Geo and Decade, then he remembers everything, and suddenly, bam, we have our show. We have our villain.
Yeah.
Also, side note, the Time Jackers remember everything that happened in the series as well now.
Oh man, yeah. I think, what's his name now? Yeah, Schwartz. I feel like he knew everything, but like, he's a time jacker, so that is fun.
Yeah, they remember their Time Jackers, they get their powers, yada yada. So,
yeah, but I mean,
they could reappear in the future if they ever want to do anything.
Trying to get them off you.
Before he blocked the hit to Sogo, does he remember?
No, but he'll be back if they do another one.
Yeah, generally speaking, he's just
Swan, I guess we try to help out because they put together. So he's like, let's fight for your heart concern, and then I do admit.
Oh, I can't show it.
Yes!
I'm mad. I can't show it.
I'm sorry, Kazong. I'm hampering.
I came short of the flight. I was like, well.
Before finishing up, also, has a little plot line now where he's in love with Sogo. So
I'm so sorry.
We talked about that during the alleged plot rumors for the Gates movie. But yeah, he has a thing for Sogo. That's fine.
Yeah.
Apparently. Which, I
totally
mean, I'm
fine.
fine with that. They just
totally
they don't really do anything with it.
Well, honestly, it was just a little bit random because, like, it's not a problem, but it was still random, just flat out the blue. Because one,
there's just no reason for it.
But that's fine. I think.
Unrequited love is the only love that these people know.
But hold on, but wait a minute though, because these characters literally had no tie-in in terms of that, so it was just so. Why? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's still...
I think it's.
I can't believe
I want to say if Oda did remember, it would probably be from during the show.
Dies at the hands of Omagio.
Yeah.
Ur's dead now. Yeah,
like,
I guess.
Dead?
No, he'll come back. Their time.
This is timey-wimey bullshit. He always comes back. No one truly dies. And then we get to the final fight where we finally get the actual debut of Complete 21 and
just get bodies.
Saber.
Yeah, let's talk about
Complete
21. First off,
I mean, it's great at him dealing with little mooks, but it immediately gets bodied by Omagio.
Yeah, I almost destroyed his body.
I hated that because
he bodies mooks, ladies and gentlemen. He bodies little baby Invis, and then when he gets triple tapped by Oma, and it's a wrap.
Pretty much.
And not just that. Oma gets fucking defeated in Geo Decade Armor.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
Like
immediately
that-
after he gets bodied,
It's fundamental.
DK gives
Unicorn-
Dio the Saber
yeah.
watch.
Unicorn's
like,
in here, full armor and
Like, I get it, it was a Saber Right watch, but come the fuck on. Grand Geo could have taken him to be Oma.
So
It's
here,
just like,
so here's what happened with that, and this is the only explanation I can see from the hint. Little Sogo heard Tsukio is like, stop, so he's like, okay. He pulls his punch at the end, because guarantee you he was about to body Sogo. Reiwa power aside, because he looked at Tsukiyomi and said nothing. He just looked at her, and he was pretty sad when he did it. So he was like, okay, pulling my punch.
I mean, that was just it. I mean,
You
that
got
is
used the autocorrect.
I mean, that was the obvious reason on why. But it was just so, yeah. It was just,
Yeah, unicorns in here.
And right before Oma dies, he says, "You are me. You are the true Sogo." Yeah,
Which we
so
already
didn't
do.
already know that.
But well done, yada yada, explodes.
Yeah.
Everything goes back to normal.
Huzzah. Then Waz gives... But now there's like 2 Geos in one world, which... That's a thing.
It's a little weird, but...
It'll probably be another right of time.
Swartz and Aura are back as Time Jackers. Ur's still dead. But,
You know, Gabe says there's no way 2 Sogos can be in the same world, but who knows?
Well, we'll deal with that later. Maybe.
Yeah.
Now let's talk
And then
about...
Waz shows up with his fabulous hair, by the way.
Yeah, his hair got even better.
Channeling his inner Fabio.
Exactly.
Echo, get the fuck off me.
And they just... And everything's fine. Minus all the people who are dead. But yeah, that's the show.
Well, at least you can safely say that nothing of great value was lost, other than
What the hell just
purchase
hit
time
me?
for having watching it.
Yep. Like, I really don't like being super negative about things, but it didn't justify its existence.
Get the fucking...
I've been meaning to get into this conversation.
Bale, I wanted to come back to you, but it's going... I'm at the hop off.
That was the only one I was like watching
That's
it
fine.
when this stuff was being released.
Well,
So I've been
now's
waiting
your
on it
time,
for a
Silver.
minute.
Take the floor.
Okay, for
Let's
one,
go.
because you guys asked me how I felt about these 2 series, so let me give it to you. Okay, as 2, like, even though they're not completely separate, I still like the House of Death version a little bit more than I did Geo's, because they was doing too damn much with the whole alternate Sogos for me. They was doing too damn much with that for me, if I'm being completely honest.
I mean, I guess of the 2, I will give the slight points to the
kid,
Zenkaiger
yeah,
one.
I feel like the
Yeah, they
House
kinda
of
had
Death
a-
game had a better plot, if you could call it that. They had a
If you
better
could call it
idea
that.
going on.
It would have been better if they didn't dwell on trying to connect the 2. So that's literally what they tried to do after when they finished Decades, talking about, oh, I can't use the Saber Light Watch. They we get the Geo series, they could just flat out give this one. I'm like, it would have been better if they didn't do it like that. You know, where they didn't really have to rely on connecting them. You know, like if they made House of Death a little bit separate, just a little bit separate, I think I would have liked that a little bit more. But yeah, but everything else, what I liked about House of Decade, for one, I liked obviously how they got back some of the returning actors from Decade. That was nice. I liked how they was. I'm a little bit of a circus when they do situations like this. You know, because they kind of tried to put in that little bit of a suspense in between characters and all that. And they also brought back a character from another Takashi show, which was pretty cool. Like at the very end, that little robot. That was pretty nice.
Oh, the Space Ninja or whatever? Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
You know, that was actually pretty neat. You know, and
I mean, if it is a reference to something, that's cool and all.
it was to another. It was a reference to another Tokyo.
All right,
But it was literally another reference to another Tokyo. And it made sense for them to pull the whole multiverse for Decade, because Decade can really travel through multiple universes. So
This
it
whole
makes
match is
sense when
pissing me
they pulled
off.
that. But other than that, it wasn't the greatest, you know, because but that can be saved when I get to Geo's. Now Geo's, I can't say too much on his part on that version, because okay, yeah, our school got transferred to a whole other dimension where literally there's monsters outside. We got to survive. We have to eat the monsters. Yada yada. Multiple Sogos. Each and every one has a little.
Yeah.
They have their own unique quirks. One of them has a girlfriend.
So it was just like, okay, who's the true Sogo? Oh, let's put it to a vote. Okay. That was just it. There was nothing more for me to go into that one. I mean, to me, the only thing I felt like was a loss is just losing Decade because I like Tsukasa. I like Tsukasa more than I did Sogo. I like Tsukasa. I had no problem with it.
I mean, that's fair.
Now, in terms of the ending for Rider Time Kyo was this. Because I hated how they just debuted Complete 21. I mean, I don't hate the form. I don't hate the form completely. I mean, like, I obviously it could have looked better, but I ain't complaining about that. But it was just the fact because one, not just me, there were lots of other fans out there that wanted to see the day get a new power up. You know,
oh yeah, we were talking about that during Gio's.
Especially when he got his Neo power.
People wanted Decade 20.
We wanted that. We just wanted Decade. We just wanted a new power up. You know, whether it was a new complete form, it was like obviously we know it was going to be called Complete 21, but we know it's going to be some sort of complete form, just like what he had before.
I mean, to be fair to the form, I mean, yeah, it looks like super goofy, but I mean, it's kind of on brand. Like,
unfortunately,
I'm not complaining about that.
I don't know what else you were expecting.
I would not complain about that.
I was about to shoot him.
It's not too bad for me. I mean, it's a little bit on the goofy side, but hey, I've seen worse. But hey, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's just
the significant failure in the
form
form is the writing says it gets bodied right away.
So
that's my main complaint because for one, they didn't give us a lot of detail or a lot of like I can't think of another word, but they did not show us a lot of what that form could do. Like how they would do it in most other forms or final forms to begin with. Or even just power-ups at all. All we got to see was him just pull out the end driver, blast out a whole bunch of other monsters, and that was it. And then he tries to go for the final attack against Oma. Boom! That's it. Nothing more. Nothing more. That's it. Oma just flats out bodies them in an instant.
Now, granted, I understand in the aspect that almost the strongest writer in existence.
Of course.
This is true.
But how you gonna just let the king get bodied like that?
Well,
I'm fine with the fact Omagio wins. It's just DK doesn't even put up a fight.
He has the best chance among all of them.
It's only in all honesty. Because we never really had a full-on battle between Decade and Oma. Like, we never really had that. You know, and that could have been it. That could have been that one little fight where we literally could have seen something great. But no, they wasted it. And that's the biggest complaint. Decade had potential in this, but no, they wasted that. They literally made Decade waste potential.
Golly, Fred.
You know, and that was the most disappointing thing for me. Because I felt like with Complete 21, he could have done like so much more if they literally would have gave him that. But no, they didn't.
No, Echo, this thing's a crutch.
That was just the sucky part for the whole thing. But overall, it's like I'll just say this in terms of both Rider Times, this was probably the weakest, but since they're divided into like a little bit of a separate thing, even though they're connected, I would like if I had to rank them, I will put House of Death above Gio. I will still put House of Death above it.
All right, so
you know that's how I would rank them.
The two together though are still like the weakest of the Rider Time spin-off.
They are, and we only have 4 Rider Times, I believe, or 5 because of Gates. Does Gates count?
Gates count.
Yeah, Gates
in terms of the Sogo story for Rider Times, it's just Gates. But
okay.
in terms of the other writers, you have Ryuki and
Shinobi.
And this is how I'm gonna rank them for my list on if I was trying to draw the Rider Times in general, not even just the Sogo storyline. I would probably put.
I would put Gates at number 1.
Yeah, Gates is 1.
What is this Gundam? Oh my god!
I'll actually put Gates at 3. I'll put Gates at 3.
What the fuck is that?
Because my thing for like Gates was cool. Don't get me wrong, But there was, it's just the whole.
All right, Flag.
It was a little bit off for me. It was a little bit off for me with the gay story. I put Shinobi up there because Shinobi was
the fuck
that was the main. That
Rider Time Shinobi was pretty cool.
Shit.
It was good. Like if they would have given us a full series off of that, I would have watched the hell out of it. But that would have been sweet, and plus it would have been like
that's what I liked about it was the Shinobi Rider Time Shinobi was basically like these are what the first 3 episodes of Shinobi would be like.
It had
Right,
it had a kick-ass theme song. It had a nice little visual end story for it. Like it was great, and plus in a timeline where there is a future where they took the whole ninja takings to a whole other level in the future. And it was just like
essentially Naruto if Kamen Rider, or Kamen Rider if Naruto.
Right, and you know what? I didn't.
Whatever. That's an easier way to explain it, so I'll let it rock.
It kind of is. I'm not saying might as well because think about it at this point.
So
also, the majority of the civilization not had to learn, but they basically decided to take up ninja training just so they could defend themselves. Naruto, not everyone did it, but the majority of motherfuckers in that show
it's
did.
ninjas is Kamen Rider, and the most notable ninja at the moment in pop culture is Naruto. So that's the easiest way to explain it. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, dude, that's totally wrong. No, it's the easiest way to explain it. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at people saying, oh, is this a Japanese Power Ranger? Because that's the easiest way to explain it, and then I'll correct them like, kinda, sorta, but this came first. So that's how I feel about it now. If it's easy to explain, we'll use that explanation.
So do we want to try to give me ratings to this or no?
If I give a rating to it, it's a 3.
I'll give it.
I'll give it a 3.
Oh my god.
For me as well on both of them.
So here's my take on.
No, fuck it. I'll give it a 2.
Right at time, Geo, his side, I'll give it a 2. And Dick it after that, I give it a 3. That's how
I'll give him both.
So here's my take on freaking. Like I said, 21.
Oh my god.
I would shoot this man for 30 times.
Fucking RC.
This man dancing around my bullets.
I'm telling you, dude, the thing is such a crutch. I can't play this well. It is carrying me so hard.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, any other final thoughts on...
So...
Yes. Yes, Echo?
I want to talk about this whole Decade thing, because Blaze is like, oh, he's dead now. No, Blaze, he ain't dead.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
I thought he's not gonna die. You can't kill Decade.
Well, he did actually die. He just went through some BS to bring him back.
It was, but the only reason why people
you know what happened? It's real easy. So Decade died, but Decade is from the Decade universe. What about the other Decade from the Decade universe?
Aha,
so there's another Decade that'll decade the Decade.
Oh lord!
And summon him to be an even uglier piece of merchandising weapon.
In another 10 years, Decade 30.
Oh, Jesus
so
Christ.
when we talk about power sets, I do believe Sogo and Decade are the only ones who can keep getting stronger with new powers. For everyone else, I feel like they'll get stronger with the power set they have. But with Sogo and Decade, it's just like, oh no, these guys are gonna get stronger.
I saw you coming. I was gonna aim for you,
they're
but it kept
anniversary
on.
riders. They get a new power set every year. That's what they do.
Yeah. It was basically DL Decade complete, and they could have made that so much better.
Oh, come on, yo. Fucking boom.
They could have, but
They could have made that so much better. Like,
I'm just gonna comment, Echo, that was 1 HP in a dream, bro.
Like that.
And you actually succeeded.
Like that.
So much.
I'm so playing. You know, no. I gotta play something.
It's okay, Clank. Play what you gotta play, man. So it's like there was that fan art of new Decade, new type, Decade as a new type, and that was hilarious because it was so much better looking.
You talking about the one I sent in the damn
chat? He just the new type.
Oh, that was yours, and that looked funny, but it kind of looked better.
Like, yeah,
I thought that looked a lot slicker. I mean,
it was sleeker, and then he had the cards on the wing. What the heck am I playing?
One Wing Decade. Decade.
Oh,
I could have seen him use it as like a weapon. He just pulls it out and then taps the car like boom. And then,
But yeah, that's that. Alright.
In terms of like Decade versus Oma, yeah, I don't see Decade beating Oma unless him and Sogo team up. And Sogo can't beat Oma the way he is. We saw that in the show, and he needed to like. He managed to like hurt, not necessarily hurt, but he hit him. He actually got a smooth hit on him because of Trinity form, because it's something that Oma never really like had or seen before. And so far, what is Oma's power set that we know of besides every writer at the time?
what the fuck? Time, I mean, that and
Time manipulation. You can just create portals between time periods and just do that.
I'm stuck in an alt coin.
You can do a time stop.
That and plus, and if I think Decade can also do the whole
Lupus
time.
can't do this. Lupus can't fight him.
He also sent Sogo to a whole nother time.
Well, in Decades it works a little weird. He has like power of dimensions thing. So he doesn't. He doesn't exactly like send them through time. He sends it to a parallel dimension, which that parallel dimension is the same world, just like 30 years in the past or whatever. The world of like 1930 or whatever.
No, I thought he sent him to an alternate future with Oma, because all he can do is open portals to AR worlds and travel through those.
Where like I know he has that power to go through like different dimensions, but there was that one thing where I just thought about where he sent either Saber or somebody through a little time portal or something. I forgot which episode that was. All I know is that he sent somebody to Sogo's past or whatever. I remember him doing that.
He sent Tsukiyomi to.
Yeah, Tsukiyomi to with her.
I feel like
I figured that was a fucking counter.
My thing about this, because like the only way I could see is like Decade would have been able to.
You're not gonna dance on me like it. He really is.
Because my thing, because obviously I feel that the whole time travel thing, or changes did not really affect Decade in the end.
Gotta kill you, bro. I'm sorry.
As we have seen it.
This dancing shit's gotta. Oh my god.
You know, so I felt like if they would have, like not only
we have
like,
no help.
made Decade's power grow rider-wise, but his destruction power is more too. If they would have gave him that, he probably would have been up there.
I missed.
You're dead.
Maybe.
And I ulted Kuzan.
I missed Mo.
He is still supposed to be the destroyer of worlds, and we didn't get to see that as much. We did not get to see that as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in retrospect, he still doesn't have all the powers that Oma has.
Well, he does. He has freaking Geo power as well.
Oma is the Lord of Time. He has riders from the future.
Oma has the power of like time and space, where Decade is just a destroyer. And the power set, like it's been stated, Oma has the power of everything, every rider.
Except Decade can have the power of Oma too, because that's how Decade works.
Does he have a card? I don't think he has an Oma card.
He does not have a card for Oma. He got one for
That's
Geo,
a
but
whole
not
lot of yet.
He could though. That's the thing.
It's possible he could get it. Yeah.
It is a whole lot of yet.
It is really a possibility.
Decade is the ultimate Mary Stew.
Gary Stew.
Mary Stew. I think we all know that that Decade really is an alternate Mary.
All right.
No. You can't just hit me first. No. I ain't allowed that.
All right, that's that. Silver, you weren't here when we talked about Saber and Zenkaiger earlier, so what are your thoughts on those?
Okay, I didn't watch the recent episode. I'm recently
Saber, Zenkaiger, both.
Both.
Okay.
I don't watch
This episode of Saber is freaking fantastic. Watch it now.
I'm on it because I told you I was supposed to handle Saber.
So
I'm catching
sorry.
up. I only got 3 episodes left, so once I get there, I will.
I think I got hit too. Yeah.
My little review.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right.
You were getting smacked, but I had no
Episode
choice.
26 is freaking good. Like one of the best episodes.
I did see what was it, Saber?
Saber, yeah.
I like her henchman. I like her henchman.
She does have a really dope henchman.
It's nice. It's nice.
Alright.
Oh, one thing I
Kenzan is
did forget to
irritating.
mention about this episode of Saber, we see the final sword. We see what it looks like. We know nothing else about it. We just see it. It exists. It better be a freaking ice sword, or I'm gonna complain.
So, let's move right along here.
Let's talk for a reason.
Oh, I didn't play this one. Part of our discussion last week was continuity, so we just lacked the Scott Pilgrim. That game.
Not really, because we didn't have a whole lot of people here.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim's cool.
Yes. So, continuity.
Let's talk some continuity, dude. Oh.
That's
I
my
suppose
bad.
this kind of works with the whole DK thing. Alright. So, where do we want to start?
Let's talk about how continuity works, please. If anyone doesn't mind.
It's just how how the story is kept between different like iterations or whatever. Like, well, like Kamen Rider, like between the series, there is no continuity.
Yeah, where Toei shows there's really no continuity. It plays very loose.
Yeah. And the only time continuity is even mentioned is in Anniversary Season. Even then, it's completely different. Because in like Zenkaiger, they were all in the same world, and now in Zenkaiger, they're not. So.
You really wanted that kill, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sure,
But then
about
on
as
the
fair play.
reverse side of that spectrum, we have Ultraman, which is just all one big thing.
Well, except for how it's not. They've been doing it lately, and it's not a good look.
They play it loose.
Yeah, I noticed.
They play it loose. Same with
Mostly because they're just like, here, they're all connected. They can just hop universes now, and we're not going to explain anything. It's just how it works.
Yeah, I noticed.
So like a lot of shows play real loose with continuity, especially for like long running shows.
Oh my word.
Well, these are like some of the longest running.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa! Come at me, chopping me up. Boy.
Right. The Toei Superhero Time, right, or Sentai, they don't really do anything continuity-wise
What is the story?
between the individual series. Ultra is trying, I guess. I know more about the Toei. But within, like, their own series, they're generally pretty good about continuity in, like, a series. And then the movies are kind of, like, hit and miss. Like, sometimes the movies are essential to the plot or whatever, and sometimes they're just clearly they really just depend.
Oh my god, Frank, I think I hit you.
At least for the Toei movies. I'm not sure about the Saber movies.
That was close.
I hit Frank because he got caught in it.
Oh my goodness. Frag wasn't on your team, it was Blaze.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Blaze? Oh, then never mind, I don't care.
Yeah, but the Decade movie was kind of supposed to be like the end of the series, so yeah. DK didn't even know what the kid was doing, so yeah.
That game was good and everything else but his own show. That's just kind of
That's
how
how
it was.
That's how it is for most writers, honestly.
Unless you're Shinosuke, you're a boss. That man is
Shinosuke's
too
the
good of
boss.
an actor for freaking Toei.
It really is. Like, have you seen this man's other things he be acting at? He's too good at it.
Too good, man.
Blaze? Yeah. Run, Blaze. Yeah, run. Sorry.
I suppose, in terms of whether or not you need continuity, I don't really think you need it as long as you're telling, like, a compelling story. You know? Like, that's one thing I like about the Toei shows, is that everyone is different, and you can just jump in on any individual season and it'll be fine. That's why I quite enjoy those.
Denver is really fun. I don't know.
And just the example with like, I watched Ultraman Z with all of you, and I was confused about pretty much everything. So.
Yeah,
well, you fortunately for that when you don't need a ton, but when you do need it, it's sort of like
Yeah.
it didn't do a good job of explaining why you needed it.
It's just one of those.
Yeah.
So, now, that's not to say continuity itself is a bad thing.
No, it's not. It can be a good thing if you know how to actually do it.
With great richness of lore comes great responsibility.
Just don't be DC and Marvel where you gotta where either you're Marvel and you do soft reboots for everything, or you're DC and you just have big Infinite Crisis events like every year and a half. Not to say them stories couldn't be bad. Like some of those stories are really freaking good.
They lost me after.
Granted, this new Infinite Frontier looks pretty hopeful. They realized that they showed we do appreciate things from the Golden Age, So we're gonna try to get back to those fun type of stories, which is cool.
The only thing that kind of attracted me about the last one, what was it, Infinite Earth, I believe, what DC did or something.
Crisis on Infinite the CW?
Yeah, that was. That's like I thought that's what you were talking about. I thought you said the DC. Never mind.
Oh, the show? No, not the show. I'm talking about
the comic books.
Yeah,
the comic books. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the show. My fault.
No. If you talking about the show, that goes along with what DC's also trying to do, which is let's have a whole let's show the world that there is a multiverse, so we can just do whatever we want, and whatever doesn't stick, it doesn't stick, and we don't have to use it anymore.
Like, and that's kind of like. Don't get me wrong. I like that they actually tried to pull the whole multiverse factor, but my thing is, what CW is trying in this case is just so bad because
it's too little, too late.
Because to me, they're trying too damn much. They're trying too damn much. Even with some of the newer even with the new superhero shows.
Did I just fly up and blow up?
With the
loose screen, you fly and
blow
up.
You just flew up and blew up. He's like,
Because in terms of the superhero shows that we've gotten from CW, and like mostly the newer ones, I'm not like Smallville to me was. I like Smallville. I'm not
Smallville's mad.
Yeah, it was old. But in terms of the newer stuff, starting with Arrow, because Arrow was basically like their whole starting point from that. They started with Arrow, then Flash.
The first two seasons of Arrow were okay. That's how I feel.
I feel like season 3 was their best one, when he tied in the League of Assassins. That's how I feel on it.
Yeah, man. Remember, man. Batman.
I get it, but still, it was still one of the better seasons of Arrow. To me, it was still one of the better seasons of that show, and that was it. Because it actually showed the development that Green Arrow got in his fighting techniques and style, and it showed how much of a stronger fighter he's become.
Yeah,
and then
I just wish they didn't turn characters into Batman. Just make a Batman show.
What?
Batman. Just make a Batman show. Because for a lot of people, it was pretty much a turn off when they started watching Arrow.
Who knew who Arrow was beforehand.
Yeah, it was a big turn off. That's what. Thank you, Don, for clarifying. That's what. I said.
And then the Flash to me was good for like the first few seasons, and they just take it to a whole other route. And the next show we got Legends of Tomorrow. Then we got Supergirl. Supergirl was just.
I heard people compare that version of Barry Allen to Peter Parker.
I hated Supergirl. I hated it.
I can see where people are getting that. He was kind of young and obnoxious. I think making him Wally might have been better. I don't know.
Barry is cool, but
no, Barry is cool. But if you want
the young one,
the idealized Barry, you already have the original Flash TV show. With Mark Hamill as
Kaze Sapphire. What Gundam this is? This is Extreme FA. I think
he's
the gun
the
one.
trickster, I think.
The gun one.
and my thing is because I feel like because right lately CW has been doing a little bit too much of trying to touch of a lot of old cartoons and shows and all that stuff and trying to turn them into drama. And that's kind of what I hate.
That's
right
why
now,
I didn't want to talk about that One Piece news. Yeah, screw that. Throw it in the shoot it 3-point shot into the trash can.
What was it?
Nope.
CW50 is Echo. He didn't ask, and he deserves to know this.
Fine.
You ain't stopping me.
They doing a live action Powerpuff Girls reboot where the girls are teens and they're like, we want to not be superheroes.
Yeah, obviously they're going to turn into a damn drama like they have done literally everything else.
Not a good drama, a CW drama.
Oh, thank you for clarifying. Because it's like an they're like an off-brand Degrassi, bro.
Yeah, like even Riverdale, where they turned to Archie comics that were really so fun and pure, and then they just turned into a flat-out drama. Oh, this girl's bad. Daddy cheated on me.
It's a CW. Basically, the CW. There's one CW show, and it's just a different code of paint. Right? Can you kind of agree on that?
They made fun of it in that Supergirl Flash crossover where Flash shows up. He's just like, you're kind of a little too CW. And he's like, what?
Lampshading it does not solve the problem.
It doesn't.
Okay. I usually don't have a problem.
Granted, if you like them, that's cool. I'm not gonna judge you. You know, we all have different opinions and tastes, and if you like the CW,
I just don't watch them. So there you go.
Okay, I've been watching CW since I was like in middle school. I will admit that. And there were some shows that they have like before they even touched all this whole superhero shows and all that, you know, or they tried to do too much with them. They came out with some one-hit shows which literally could be continued, like this one show called Tomorrow Piece. That was a decent show that they literally could have made a second season to, but they literally chose not to. They chose not to do it. And they could have made another season. And then there was another show called The Secret Circle, and they could have done another season of that one. They even the way they ended it, it was on such a cliffhanger, which kind of left the fans wanting more.
On a cliffhanger.
So what CW did, they dumped that project and went to something else. And that was the only two longest seasons that they had running on that, part of my understanding, was that ended recently more Supernatural and then Vampire Diaries. Those are probably like the two recent shows that ended. Vampire Diaries ended early.
To all Supernatural fans, Supernatural is done. Like it's done.
It's officially over with.
Yeah, you're not getting it. They finished the whole thing.
Yeah, it's sad, but
Greg, if you have to blow yourself up, go ahead.
And that's the thing, like, I love Supernatural. You know, that was the one thing that I didn't make, but it was still one of
not the way you're gonna do that on.
You know what? Nah, blank this and the blank and blank you came from.
No.
Gonna blank and blank you and the blanker, boy.
No, you're gonna back the fuck off me.
It hurts. I can't.
And this is our Battle of the Crag episode, so.
Oh shit.
Fill in whatever blanks you think are appropriate.
You got it's the battle of the censored and uncensored.
Hold on. I need this clip. I need that clip. Because Long said, nah. he said, smoke bomb.
Bam.
Yo, clip that. That was like...
Hey, get back here.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I like that. Because
it wasn't going to win the match or anything. The match was done, but I was just like, let's go.
He said, I'm taking you with me. He's like, nah, you go by yourself. Yo, that was nice. Okay, moving right along. Sorry, Saber.
Oh, Frank, you're about to
Frank,
die.
you tried it. You really tried it.
Alright, so back to the... I guess with the continuity thing. I'll do this. Which do you prefer, the Marvel way or the DC way?
It depends. Don't do continuity unless you have a plan. That's how I feel.
And I will agree with that.
If you don't have a plan, don't do it.
Okay. If I have to choose between Marvel and DC, I'm gonna pick Marvel because
they had a plan.
You know, in DC they tried in certain cases, but they don't you don't execute it very well. And they just mentioned it.
Do it, Frank, if you have to.
Marvel,
Yeah,
on the
you
other
have to
hand,
have a plan, and you have to stick with it. That too. You can't just change it on the fly because something got leaked or whatever.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't keep an eye on our life bar.
Think about the DC films that they released before Justice League. You know, like we got Man of Steel, then we ended up having the Batman with the Superman movie, where they tried to tie in Wonder Woman, and it was just like, okay.
The problem with that one was they rushed it to put it all together.
Yes,
He said, Now, you want to know what a concept?
The problem with the failure of the DCEU comes down to, I see two main things. One, the rushing. That's definitely a major problem. They rushed and tried to catch up as fast as possible. Two, putting it in the hands of Zack Snyder. Sorry, Zack Snyder, but you are not the right man for that job.
No, we'll say this. DC does it good with their animated universes because Bruce Timm's animated universe was. I will.
Past tense matters.
Okay.
The Justice League animated universe that spun off of Superman. That was good. That was probably the best DC.
It started from Batman, I think.
Was Batman first?
Yeah, Bruce
Timm's Batman or
Batman.
Superman first?
It was Batman, right?
Yeah, the Batman the animated series. That's how Harley Quinn came.
I forget which one came first. I've watched them both at the same time.
God, how y'all just happen?
But then with the Marvel, I'm gonna get
Thank you.
They at least they gave us time. They gave us time with that.
Yeah,
You know,
Marvel by comparison, they started off with Iron Man.
Yeah,
Iron Man.
And at the time, just talking about the movies, no one knew who Iron Man was at the time. Like,
yeah, you had to
he was
definitely
not
be
a household name at all.
Iron Man was not the. If it wasn't for Robert Downey Jr. being for making Iron Man who he is, Iron Man would not be like this kind of goofballish type of dude. Because Iron Man was kind of a dick in the comics.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not even
I
kind
agree
of.
with that.
He was a dick in the comics.
Yeah, no.
Around the time that movie came out, he was still like
douchey.
he was hip deep in being an irascible, womanizing alcoholic, and that only got worse.
Cole, we'll get into Doctor Strange when we get there.
But overall, they started us off.
We don't want to talk about Doctor Strange.
I like Doctor Strange.
And I want to talk about Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is cool. Doctor Strange is awesome.
cool.
I didn't have a problem with it, even though they CGI'd the hell out of that movie, but it was still nice. I'm not a problem.
Well, what did you expect them to do?
That's what a lot of people said. I'm not going. I ain't gonna say it wasn't, nor I was expecting anything different.
Honestly, the time loop that he stuck Dormammu in was hilarious, but at the same time, Strange, you died so many times, dude.
Sometimes you have to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. Sometimes you gotta die 1,000 times to.
Man, it was like Dormammu will come to bargain.
To make a bargain.
The Dormammu will come to bargain, get split in half. Dormammu will come to bargain. Nah, just get hung. You're done.
Okay, but the only thing that they really didn't focus into in terms of the MCU heroes, and they kind of nerfed Hulk. I would say that they didn't really put too much into Hulk, and they kind of nerfed.
Hulk is in a precarious situation when it comes to film rights
because he's owned by Universal, but they let him be used.
The film rights.
Yeah.
The film rights.
The film rights are owned by Universal.
Yeah.
But they have a deal where they can use Hulk, so they can't really do too much of cool Hulk stories.
Right, which is understandable. Like the only type of continuity that they ever did.
What? No.
It was the older one. Like the very older one. Where they but what's the old actor before they changed it?
Oh, who was that?
You mean Edward Norton? Yeah.
They're gonna.
They literally had Robert Downey appear as Tony Stark in that movie, like, or at least as a cameo. They actually had him appear in that.
They did. That was like the first little bit of the MCU. That's how the MCU came to be. It was that moment.
Yeah, so that was just it, and then they just took it off from there. But everything else that MCU has done, the pacing for it was there. We got the first 3 movies, which include Iron Man, Captain America, and then Thor, and last name, boom.
The MCU as itself has been fairly consistent with it's all continuity and everything. They don't really tend to forget.
Yeah, they don't. They don't explain a lot of characters. They don't go delve into that many characters because movies. You only get like about 2 hours for a movie unless you want to be like Zack Snyder's Justice
you only
League,
get a
which is
couple
4
hours.
hours.
A couple hours in a movie. You also don't get a lot of movies in a
4
year. You only
fucking
get,
hours.
Yeah.
And then once
to be fair, Endgame was what 3.5?
What? No, it was like 2.5.
Endgame was longer than that.
They said that was going to be a 3-hour movie. I
thought it was 2.5.
Hold on.
Then again, like I enjoyed it, so what went by fast.
Okay, you're pulling it up. I was going
3 hours and 2 minutes.
Okay.
3 hours, 2 minutes. Okay.
I knew it was over 3 hours. I knew.
By 2 minutes.
181 minutes.
By 2 minutes. Fair. Fair.
Overall,
fair. I'm wrong.
You're not out-beaming
But
me.
MC,
You realize I'm Sakozaki.
MC, it works because it's pretty consistent. And they've expanded it quite a bit, especially during Phase 3.
Now
when they started to expand it.
And you know what's crazy about that? Because I know they came out with series that were hit or misses, like TV show wise, but I couldn't complain too much about it.
Oh, the Netflix stuff. Listen about the Netflix stuff.
The flip side of the MCU coin here is Marvel TV. From what I understand, what happened with Marvel TV is they were a separate thing from Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
But the higher ups at Marvel wanted everything to be connected, so Marvel TV was off essentially doing its own thing, saying it was a part of the MCU, but the Marvel Studio higher ups just didn't really care. they basically wanted even because I even like looked into this and read an article on it. WandaVision basically just WandaVision is the first Marvel Studios produced Marvel show. Yes. Yeah, basically so theoretically WandaVision will actually matter.
It does.
Unfortunately, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Netflix series, none of those actually matter. Unfortunately,
I'm glad the Netflix series don't matter. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, well,
Daredevil was like the only good one.
I wouldn't say.
I take it back. Luke Cage was good, except
season 1.
Yeah, Luke Cage season 1.
The best we can hope for is that they bring back like actors and some concepts, but we're never gonna get any references to like the full shows.
I was about to say, because I was about to make that I wasn't even go into terms with the Netflix series because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was the first Marvel TV show.
I thought your explosion was your fucking
that I seen, and honestly, when it first debuted, it wasn't bad. And plus, it tied in and plus, it showed what happened to Phil Coulson after Avengers 1 because Phil Coulson did not die because it's Fury Station. So it kind of had a little bit of a
that's probably the best thing because Coulson is a really great character.
Yes, but you know what sucked about it? Because since
the fact it doesn't matter.
Yes, the fact that it doesn't matter. Yeah, well, he's dead now. He's dead now. So it's still
they re-killed him. They could bring him back.
It's not impossible.
Because no one stays dead in comics.
He ain't wrong.
Unless you're dead, man.
Oh yeah. Unless you're Quicksilver in the MCU.
Brand. But like I said, like if they were to focus on TV shows, I think that would have been like really fucking cool. But then again, I can understand why they wouldn't do it either. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I felt like would have been one of the. I feel like that would have been like the most possible reason how they could have done it. Well, not just that, because one S.H.I.E.L.D. is. I mean, yes, it was fucking cool, damn it. But I don't just say that. Like, I do too, bitch. But guess what? I ain't got that motherfucker call that call. Did we start the show? Did we start the fucking show?
He ain't gonna start the show. He was cool as fuck, and I need to see him in there.
Let me talk, damn it.
I can't keep the bit up. I can't keep it up.
Okay, I fuck whoever ass too. He is my favorite Ghost Rider. I respect him. He is dope. But once again, I am not going to say that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. deserve that tie-in because of him. I'm not going to put that out there because he showed up.
Of course not. I'm just saying that was cool. Fuck, he need to be in that.
It was cool.
God,
it was cool.
Put him in the show. Put him in the
He had a show coming out, but
alright, let's calm down.
I'm calm. I was just laughing. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, we're calm. We're calm.
We're having fun, man.
Again, but Shield was well, let's not forget about the fact that Shield kind of played a big part at the early stages of the MCU universe when they tied in the movies to begin with and the Avengers. So the fact that Nick Fury is still out there and he literally could have gathered up like he could have hit up Coulson, like hey, I need you real quick. You know, we gotta link up, do all that. Like they could have done some type of big connection with that, but they chose not to. But they chose not to. Which is okay. And then Quake, Daisy, aka Quake, aka Sky. She was
full character transformation.
She looked because at first she appeared as Sky, and then she found out about her biological birth name. No, I said not biological birth name, but her actual birth name, which was Daisy. So she kind of went into that. But she was actually one of the strongest Inhumans that was displayed in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is actually pretty fucking cool. So it would have been cool if they got her to show up in the MCU universe as well. It would have been cool to at least see that. And if they were,
again, it's not impossible, but I'd say it's pretty unlikely.
Right? Like I'm just saying it would have been cool. Like it's not impossible, but I know. I'm just saying these little theories. That's all. I ain't gonna be like, oh, like it's such they couldn't get it. Like, okay, like I understand it. I know, because they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it was a good show. It was a good series. Like I'm not even gonna front on it. Like they had some good tie-ins, and then they even tried.
Are you gonna back on it? Are you going to back on it though?
Back on it? Or back on it?
Back. You said you're not going to front on it. So
you're making old man jokes.
Be quiet. Okay. I'm mad I caught on to that so slowly.
So you know about the Agents of Atlas, right?
Yes.
So you know Steven, I think it was Steven Jafer or something like that. I don't remember his name, but he played Dragon Knight in Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, the adaptation.
Yeah.
He wants to pitch that so bad. Jimmy Woo, the Agents of Atlas, and Marvel like, yo, maybe we'll think about it. I'm like, yeah, pitch it. Let's get it.
Yeah, but
did I just get Chaos dunked?
And you want to know where WandaVision really? And you know where WandaVision really shitted on like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 2, and it really put in
the Darkhold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh right, they did the Darkhold.
The Darkhold looks completely different.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. literally featured the Darkhold in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they just crapped on it with WandaVision. And plus, if I remember correctly, Robbie Reyes had the Darkhold when he left Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when he left them. Okay, they didn't show where he went nor announce.
Yeah, again, Marvel Studios didn't care. Essentially, that's what it boils down to.
Of course, we already know that.
It was just like, yeah, you can use all this stuff. We're not using it right now. Well, we might use it later, but you guys can just use it for now.
Shit, not anymore. They're done waiting.
Yeah, Feige's in charge of everything now.
Yeah, Marvel TV is the different division. Marvel TV is done. It's just Marvel Studios.
Feige said, "Come here, you're mine, Hall."
But like, what I did think was cool about, but at least like, even though Marvel TV was separate, at least they did continuity in their own little thing too, which I couldn't complain too much about. At least they did that.
Yeah, got continuity in your own little bubble.
And I feel like they did, and plus, I feel like I like that a little bit more than they tried to do with the DC shows, and with CW and all that. I like that a little bit more than DC.
So yeah, now they're just like throwing any idea at the wall and calling it, oh, this is just multiverse. Yeah. Whatever sticks, we're gonna keep it. But if it don't stick, we're just gonna be like, this is part of the multiverse.
Even excluding the whole Netflix series, let's talk about Cloak and Dagger and then Runaways, because those
were connected.
Those are also under the Marvel TV. Then
Cloak and Dagger and Marvel's Runaways actually got an official team up, and it wasn't even a bad team up. It wasn't even bad. Like
I need to watch those.
It kind of made me wish. It also kind of made me wish that Cloak and Dagger kind of had a little bit more of a better tie-in, but it wasn't bad. I thought it was solid. I thought it was like a solid crossover that they did. Because Runaways is going through like a little tough situation to a point where Cloak and Dagger got summoned, and it was just like, okay.
Yeah, like, I didn't hear anything negative about either of those shows, but I just
they were good. They were well written. Like if I had to choose between which one I liked between Cloak and Dagger and Runaways, I might say I like Cloak and Dagger just a tad bit more. Just a tad bit more than I did Runaways. Runaways was good. It had a decent start off. But season, I think season 2 or season 3, it kind of just took... I think season 3 is where they took a little bit of a turn for me, where it was just like a little...
Man,
like, it was okay, but
universe was good, though.
But there were just some things about that I did not like about that season.
I would
Cloak
say,
and Dagger... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, Cloak and Dagger, both seasons to me did well. In season 2, they really did a good job at portraying the bonds that those two have shared and had throughout the whole entire show. So I really enjoyed that.
Alright.
Now, in terms of like Toei's very loose continuity, they play it loose, except with certain shows, and that's like the second half of Heisei. And that, by that I mean
essentially like contained in its own little bubble.
Yeah. But there's
and
plenty
doesn't really
room for
play with
crossover.
anything else until a crossover happens. At which point they don't. They're just like, make something up. It doesn't have to be consistent. We'll just change it for the next anniversary.
I will say,
fine.
Foundation X being that collective tissue. That was nice, but it's a shame. It's a shame they didn't do anything more with it.
And they just said, "Oh, Shocker again. Shocker's back."
Well, yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense, though, because it was 100% Shocker's MO. If you watch the Showa series, that's exactly how they work. Because it's like, oh, every series, it's actually Shocker, but by a different name, because they, they diversify their profile.
Shocker, new Shocker.
I will say this much, in terms of the toy stuff that they do, in terms of like continuity and crossovers, I like how they present it in Sentai a little bit more than they do in Riders. I kind of like it a little bit more how they do it. Because when Sentai gets that little bit of a crossover or continuity, they kind of display that little bit of a fun and passion that Sentai carries, and that's what I love about it.
Let's look at Zuoja's team up with Zenkaiger. Zenkaiger exists in the Zuoja universe, and that crossover was important to the plot. Important to the plot.
It was. That's how we got Jewel Whale.
Yep.
There was that, and then what? Like this how I know lots of Sentai fans were skeptical on this one, but I'm gonna just say this: I like how fun this was for me. The Zeoden Kuroger versus Go Busters movie, how they brought in the Great Dinosaur Battle.
The Dino War itself was fun, but like I understand the sentiment of like, hey, the Go Busters couldn't really do much in their own team up.
That's what I thought was disappointing, because they kind of just made them the side characters. But I understood it because this was Hiroji's main story.
Yeah, they should have honestly just did like
essentially they should have just made it the Dino War. And that.
Yeah, they could have did
I'm sorry, but just cut out Go Busters.
Yeah, they maybe could if they want to. Like I understand because Go Busters was before, but it was just like.
Yeah, and at the time they were doing like a crossover every year.
And plus, Ghostbusters, they had enough. In their time, they had enough. They were played in both superhero Taizens. They had like 3, maybe 2 movies. The Ghostbusters had enough.
Yeah.
And they teamed up with Gavin too, which is fucking cool. Like, come on. Ghostbusters had. I think they had more than enough, but there was. Overall, the whole Dino conference that they put into that movie, which I thought was really cool. And then when the final battle came down, the music, the hypeness, even the henchman was cool. So like, it would have been sweet if they kind of got some of the other actors back, but you know what? It was still sweet because you know why? They still got Geki from Zero Ranger, and they still got Old Boy from Avatar, which was so fucking dope. And then the music that they played. That fitted the whole theme of the battle. It was there. You can feel it. That's why I like how Sentai just does it. When they display that little passion that all Sentais have for each other, it's just you can just feel it there. You can just feel it there.
That's why like there's like when I was talking about Foundation X, it was like, all right, Foundation X, we get a little hint of them in Double. There's something that I don't know if they were in O's up until the team up with Forze Megamax, which was a dope movie, by the way.
True.
So like, and then they come back again. They come back and build X8 team up. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they did.
They were also mentioned in
No, they're
one of the X8, the Brave spin-off.
oh,
Brave, the animal battle or whatever it was.
oh that one.
They had Foundation X appeared in that as well.
They're also a big factor in the Memory of Heroes game.
Right.
And they are.
Yeah.
So Foundation X is still around. They just don't do much.
Yeah.
That's why I wish they just let us. They do more with Foundation X because they wanted.
They really could.
They wanted things to be connected
Well,
in a way.
it'll just turn out to be Shocker again, but yeah.
Because like every writer,
Shocker X.
I know this is for like promotion purposes, but like they'll have a writer show up and like in the around the ending of a season, and then like they'll cameo,
Like,
be like,
yeah,
oh,
like in the final episode.
yeah, like when Build showed up in X8 and it played a bigger part in the story for the movie. It was like, hey, we met before.
There's a little setup for the crossover movie.
Yeah. I kind of wish they do that. I do like that little bit of continuity.
Yeah, it's a nice little touch. It doesn't wind up making a whole lot of sense most of the time, but you know.
Like the Dr. Pac-Man movie where Ghost was like, hey, freaking, I remember you, buy your belt. Oh, and then like freaking Wizard shows up, Gaim's still a god somewhere chilling on his planet with his wife, you know.
I mean, it's a nice little touch whenever they say like, oh, I remember that. Yeah. That it definitely happened between our writer series.
That little nod, that little touch of continuity where it's like, oh, the previous dude, they're doing their own thing, so for right now, the new guy takes over. It's like, I like that. I do like that whole, you're next in line, take over, and if you need me for like a crossover, I'll be there.
That's literally like the Sentai handoff.
I still want to see like the annual writer barbecue, you know, where all the writers just get together and they just hang out on one summer day
and bitch about their dads.
Freaking Kabuto and Stronger fighting by the grill, like, nah, I'm better. Slams beer down on the table. The Stronger's like, nah, dude,
Kabuto and
I'm better.
Agito are having like a cook-off.
Friggin' Ichigo's telling war stories and friggin' Sogo's just listening intently while Gates is sitting there kind of bored.
And complaining about how none of the other guys are cyborgs.
Talking
all these
about
new guys that don't know what it's
all
like
these
to be
new
a
guys
cyborg.
and their goddamn weapons and belts and musical joints. Basically, old man
Why
Frank.
don't your feet work?
Basically, old man Frank. Why you got the sword? Do your feet not work?
That's still one of the best writer memes ever.
Heck yeah. Freaking drives chilling with Kiriko, like, hey, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Freaking goes like, yeah, party. Still thinking about Chase with a little tear going down his eye.
Aww.
Freaking O's just looking at the coin like, Unc, why you not at the barbecue with me, bro?
Shut up.
Freaking Philip and Shotaro arguing again because
he's not invited to the cookout.
Oh, get him, Frank!
What you mean? I'm gonna be at the
I can take these hits.
He ain't invited to the cookout, that's what I mean.
No, I'm invited to the cookout. Oh, Unc not invited? Dang, bro. Why you do Unc like that? Unc want ice cream, man. You want to be at the cookout. You want some ice cream?
I'm just playing, damn. Unc he can get some ice cream, shit. he just better be stealing it out of little kids' hands. That's all I'm about to say right now.
Got me.
He might do that. He might do that.
Freaking Amazon's hugging everybody trying to be friends.
Everybody shit out of you.
I'll give it back.
Meanwhile, the other Amazons are just sitting in the corner brooding the whole time.
Brooding.
Nah, they're sitting in the car. The show Amazon drove. He's like, hey, these are my nephews. Don't worry about them.
but then they meet Punch and Kick Hopper and are just like, yo.
Oh, and then Punch and Kick Hopper like joined the brooding corner and they just brood.
Oh Lord.
If only we had fan artists in the audience. I want to see this.
Writer barbecue. Tell you, man, Ichigo and Ego with these stories, man, the war stories. Back in my day, we ain't had Foundation X. We had Shocker, and they was everywhere. They grumpy little heads and everything.
Here's what it is. It's Philip and Jotaro, all the guys who dealt with Foundation X are telling the older guys about it. And the older guys are just like, are you sure it's not Shocker? Are you 100% confident it's not Shocker? Because this sounds like a Shocker thing.
Sounds very Shocker to me.
Someone's gonna get pissed.
Freaking coming
But of course, Rider Man's not there because he died like a punk.
Why we gotta do Running
Why are we doing Running Man like
Hold
that?
on.
God, Frank.
It's Kamen Rider Spirits special edition as the Kamen Rider barbecue.
To be respected like this. I didn't know Rider Man came to be respected.
Rider Man is weak sauce, dude.
On the plus side, Tackle gets to come to the cookout.
Hell yeah.
Tackle.
She ain't dead.
Despite being dead.
Yo, Kusan!
We got Tackle. We got all the female riders there, except Tsukiyomi. She can come. She's just not gonna be.
Oh, it stings!
It
stings!
Echo, if you try to hit her up, man.
I ain't trying to hit her up. What you talking about?
I don't know.
Now Valkyrie and Poppy on the other hand.
Now look here. Now, what you're not gonna do?
Look,
Now,
I would try
I'll let you
Kiriko,
get
but
Poppy.
Shinosuke's sitting right there. I can't do that.
I will let you.
I ain't trying to die.
But you ain't touching Valkyrie.
I ain't trying to die, bro. Because Kiriko's gonna not only kill me, Shinosuke gonna kill me. They ain't gonna pull the freaking belt up.
You better.
You want heart? Yeah, you can have heart.
You better use one of your damn drivers and fight him. I don't give a damn. We got drivers too. Shit.
You better rub his strong chin, man. Kazan.
Yeah, last Kazan.
Yeah, I'll take heart. Definitely.
Hey, that's what you want. Grease
Okay,
on.
You know, Echo can spit his game to Poppy while I'll discuss business with Valkyrie, alright?
Valkyrie, Fool's gonna make sure you ain't acting up, that's all I'm gonna say.
Man, I'll handle Fool.
Fool's gonna body you. What you talking about?
Let me
You see how he ripped off that car door?
I don't give a damn about that shit.
You should.
That's Rider Universe. That's a shit.
I said, no, people don't care. You don't remember the match? You don't remember the match he and I had in Smash?
Freaking Terry's.
He don't care. He didn't care. Silver to throw hands no matter what.
See, Frank gets it. That's why I always give him the Slash Driver. He gets it.
All right.
And if he henching it, I'm henching it too. It goes both ways.
Okay, I'm greased for a reason. You feel me?
Arco might be a little bit confused for the time being, but it's gonna be like, it's okay, Arco. Don't worry about it. Don't worry how I got this driver.
And that's as long as you want to set me as greased.
That means handle it. Yeah. That's the only side part. So I can only get the spot driver. I ain't got no build
still
driver.
floating in the corner.
I ain't got that.
Yo.
God. I want to cancel up at all.
As far as I'm going with Bill. Everything else that Bill has is just too damn much for me. I ain't doing that.
But yeah, man, freaking Foundation.
I just remember, you know who the newest additions to the Saber team would be, like the newest additions to the Rider Barbecue, right?
They better not bring potato salad. That's all I'm saying. You better.
Whoa.
No, I'm just thinking about literal.
Listen. If they're gonna bring the potato salad, if they're gonna bring it, it's gotta be right. All right.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
You can't just have. Random potatoes.
The last thing anybody wants to hear out of cookout.
Wait, hold on. I need to know what. I need to know what do you like on your potato salad. Hold on. I need this answer first.
Don't worry about me.
Whoa, you saying?
Don't worry about me. That's what I'm saying.
I gotta know this. I gotta know.
Oh
this.
God, double no! I just realized this.
I ain't part of that potato. I ain't part of it. All I gotta say is that's the last thing anybody want to hear is who made the potato salad.
It's true.
That's the last thing anybody wants to hear at the cookout. Who made it? Why? That's it. Just that angry but curious response. Why? I mean, I guess. You guess.
Right, was the beam worth it, Brad?
Yup.
Okay. All right. Well, all right.
But if the Saber group want to come through, then that's a lot of damn people. Oh, that's a lot of people.
A lot of extra people. I'm just imagining, like, they're all they're bitching about their dads, and the dad rider shows up.
No, the dad riders except Buster aren't allowed to show up. Only Buster, because most dad riders are evil.
Yeah, it's not Kamen Rider Thanksgiving.
Isn't my man Rio got me? What's up,
Yeah, he can show up. He cool.
What's the high five?
Where's my
I'm like,
Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
and then I might just be like,
I just imagine all the guys who had terrible writer dads are there. All the writers who had terrible writer dads, and they're just Amy Buster and they're just like, wait, you're not addicted to your kids? Like, all the other dads we know are complete assholes.
I'm telling you, he gonna have the best seat at the house. He gonna have the best seat at the house.
Buster's gonna be like, hell no, I love my son. And when he gets older,
his son gonna be right there too, man. His son gonna be there with him.
Unless the son is gonna be like, fuck you, son.
Good kid. Buster's like one of the best in that show.
That would be a drastic change. Like Buster's, he's just so confident that he's gonna be the next writer, and then the kid's like, what?
I mean, the kid still could. I mean, the kid could still choose like a different sword. Like,
I mean, he could.
Let him be. What's his name? Friggin' Alagina. Yes, Espada.
We have an opening.
Yeah. But like,
I imagine like Toma talking to, and Toma and Emu comparing like books and video games. Like, you gotta read books, man. No, video games are where it's at.
Oh my gosh.
I can see that.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Friggin' Axel's friggin'.
You get all your powers from video games? You can't get power from video games.
I'll tell you,
books.
the cops are gonna be comparing cases.
That's how you
man.
gain power.
I feel like, but the way her writers, I thought they're just gonna admire it and just be like in a little bit of a argument with each other on it.
Oh yeah, no, they would just like compare and contrast. Like, so how many times did you die? Once. I mean, how about you? 3 times.
We took a nuke to the face.
Yeah.
Oh, this is giving me
wait, Decade, did you die again? Yeah. How'd you die this time? I got completely bodied by Omagio. Wait, did you just get a new form? Yep.
Oma gonna show up at the cookout, man.
Yep.
I tell you, Oma gonna be at the cookout. He gonna be like, hey, what's going on? Take a plate and leave.
You know, for those who watch RDC World 1, Anime House, Video Game House,
Toku House,
Echo, Toku House, or basically Rider House and then Sentai House.
Yo, imagine the Ultras having a cookout, bro.
How would that go? I want to know how that would go.
Well,
would be a big ass
basically, Redman would be there, and he'd be like, he's acting like an irascible monster, because that's what he be. And they're all like, yo, stop. I've got actually a picture of that. I should find it.
There goes Redman.
But basically, like, the boys are at lunch, and it's like a bunch of Ultras, and Redman's there. And Redman, like, is clearly about to shake someone. And he's being physically restrained very calmly.
For people who are tuning in and not to get confused, not the rapper Redman, because that would be hilarious. But Redman from the Ultra.
Echo, you stop it! You stop it!
You know how hard it is to find Redman related stuff and not finding the rapper? It's hard. He's everywhere. I'm like, who this man?
Hey yo,
this ain't going Riddle fight.
Redman got the bars, man.
He got the bars. That man was a method man. He got shit.
Yo, when they do the tag team back and forth, oh my goodness.
Nigga.
You know who the newest addition to the Ultraman cookout is? Zet. And you know he's bringing Belial Rock to the cookout because it just has to.
Oh god.
Gene's gonna be like, Dad, is that you? Who the fuck is you?
Everyone else that has fought Belial or that's aware of him, dude.
Everyone is just gonna be looking at. Well, when he first shows up and the Belial Rock is there and he's just talking, all the older Ultras are just gonna be looking at Zet like, what the fuck did you do?
They're not even gonna look at Zet. They're gonna look at Hikari like, what did you do this time, Hikari?
That's the thing, though. Is no one's gonna look at Zetascans. They all know he's an idiot. He'd do something dumb. But they're gonna look at Hikari and be like, you did this. He's like, no, it wasn't me this time, I swear.
And G's gonna take blame. G's gonna be like, I did it. I did it.
Nobody believes you.
G's gonna be like, I did it.
Nobody believes you, Hikari. You have a bad track record.
Belial Rock eats all the barbecue
I just
ribs.
made that riser, and that was it. That's all I did. I ain't make that. I ain't make that.
All the ribs.
Do that. I did not put Belial's head on the stick.
You know Zet gonna be under friggin' Zero the whole time, like Zero.
Of course.
Zero senpai.
Like, I am Zero's disciple. Bro, do not believe this guy. He is not my disciple.
Zach gonna be on the grill talking about Zero. Do you like the burgers? All jokes aside. All jokes aside, though, continuity is a weird thing.
It is.
You gotta have a plan. That's all I can say. You gotta have a plan. Otherwise, it's just you gotta play it fast and loose.
Yeah.
You gotta stick with it. All right. If you're gonna do a thing, if your first couple parts get criticism, you can't change everything halfway through.
You were saying.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, you gotta stick with it. If you want to connect things together, you gotta stick with it.
Yes.
Unless you want a Super Mega Force battle.
We don't talk about that. Even Hyperforce made that better. Come on now. Hyperforce, like almost every. I think it was red.
What the fuck was that?
That and the team up in Ninja Steel was better than that. The team up in Ninja Steel,
the Ninja Steel team up was nice, even though the fight didn't last that long.
It did not. But you want to know where they really sucked at a little bit, which I found disappointing. In that very final part of the whole crossover thing, they did like where they fully linked up everyone. They kind of turned into a little bit of a Tommy fest. They kind of turned out a little bit into a Tommy fest.
I mean, he's the face.
No,
like we got this.
Ranger, I would not say that.
We got the Golds teaming up, which was cool. Even though they just jumped up from a high building, started shooting. We had the Pinks team up. You know, I don't know if we had the Blues or anything. It would have been nice.
TJ in space, and then TJ in it.
I think we had Coda and Preston, but they teamed up again too. They teamed up again too.
Thank you, dog fuck.
This reminds me. We talked about the two of the big freeze cookouts, Rider and Ultraman. What happens at the Sentai cookout?
Oh!
Well, they don't have room for starters.
They really
don't. It's true. Like,
they're not gonna have a cookout. They're gonna have a whole convention.
They're gonna have a whole convention, a whole hall, whatever the fuck it is. They need a big ass building to do it. Point blank.
Like all the cops are together, and they see like the Lupins out in the corner, and they're just like,
"Oh yeah,
all right, well, looks like we gotta arrest him."
You're gonna have I'm sorry, I'm gonna have a ball with the brigades hanging out. But like, put Decker Ranger, Go Busters, and then fucking Pat Rangers all in the same one. It's gonna be like, oh.
The Gal Rangers bring like a whole petting zoo.
Now, like it's.
And they're just hanging out with the duos and whatnot. I want to see that.
Now, their American counterparts can do a cookout because not everybody gonna show up. Like a certain few gonna be there. A few from each team gonna be there, so you can have enough for a cookout.
He ain't wrong, man.
Tommy definitely gonna be there. Jason like, what? Tommy gonna be there? Nah, I ain't gonna be there. Why not? Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna be there when he there. You ain't dead. And Jason gonna bring the pizza because he look like Papa John.
Damn. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that?
He's so right, bro. Like, you've seen this man, right?
Why can I not fucking boost and shoot? Oh my lord, yo.
Oh god.
Trey and California gonna be there, man. He gonna be playing spades while so.
Them triplets.
Put some respect on Trey and California.
He ain't do that much in ZL. You better stop.
Nah, man. He the reason why Jason got the powers in the first place.
Which is true. But you know what? He still ain't do shit though.
Shot to the chest.
God, I don't want it.
I respect Trey and California, but I'm still gonna be real about it. He ain't do shit in the entirety of Zero. He only showed up 1 or 2 episodes, and that's it.
Hey.
What?
He's still there, though.
He's still there, though.
He's still there, though.
But not as much.
But he's still there, though.
Not as much.
You gotta make sure the Equation Rangers, they got a pool to sit in. Cause they can't be out there. It's too hot, y'all got the drinks. Yeah, man, alright.
Fucking Aquatar Rangers. Funny for the fucking water hose. Oh, I'm getting dropped. Man,
Freaking Lord.
get out my face.
I'm telling you, TJ gonna be like, man, have I told you about the time I got baked into a pie?
Yes!
Oh my
Yes!
lord, he tells that.
That's the one story you tell every year.
The same story. They can be like,
Yes, it's a ridiculous story, TJ, but you know what? You gotta get over it.
No, let him keep telling it, because there's always newbies that show up like, you got baked into a pie? Yeah, man, look, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Freaking Devin gonna be like, yo, you got baked into a pie for real?
You know what, though? You know what, though? Because I bet you Blake and Hunter, they're gonna be like, man, we got stuck inside some popcorn. What you mean? Remember that Ninja Storm?
That's true.
That's true.
They was like, you got baked into a pizza. We got shrunken down into a damn popcorn bag. What do you do?
Oh yeah, but did you team up?
I'm
sorry, they're gonna be like, but did you team up with the Ninja Turtles?
That's so irrelevant. We don't talk about that.
Oh, my old down.
We don't talk about that crossover. You know that was bad. You know they set that up bad.
I mean, like the team up itself wasn't bad. It was just getting to
it was just
getting to it was just okay. Y'all could have did better.
They could have.
Well, hey, them bodying a bunch of mooks was cool though.
My thing about that, because for one, it was just so sudden. Like they just instantly knew each other. Like, wait, it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Wait, you got the Power Rangers. How the fuck do y'all know each other?
Superhero nonsense.
It's called marketing.
Marketing. Nah. See, I'm telling they all gotta go to the future though, because you can't bring the SPD dudes back without messing stuff up. So you know the little pocket dimension, man. Jack better be there.
We're like what 4 years away from SPD.
Oh yeah, that's
Keep in mind. We're only 4 years off. We're old at this point.
Oh, yeah, we already got robots, man. Overdrive.
Shit. Operation Overdrive.
I'm gonna roast him if I see him. I'm gonna roast him. I mean, Will, I might give him a pass. I'm gonna give Will a pass because he's smooth with it. And then...
Nah, Jackson getting roasted by everybody. It don't matter.
Damn!
Jackson getting roasted.
I gotta roast him. I mean, come on now.
The whole squad roasted Dax. That is...
Shit. They did hold the fuck out of him. I ain't gonna lie. And all the man wanted to do was pursue his little changing hobby. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. He wanted to be acting. He got tired of being a stuntman. He said, you know what? I want to be in the movie. I'm done being a stuntman. Okay. Go ahead.
Do it.
Well, all I gotta say, out of the whole ass team, Will was goated. Will was goated to me in episode.
I'm telling you, somebody gonna be like, man, I wish Jordan was here.
I wasn't looking at Andros.
Forget Alpha gonna be messing with the burgers, man. I'm telling you.
He ain't looking the same though.
And you're gonna be like, what I do? I mean, we're just gonna add that you're not the one who smashed Jordan's capsule. He told me to do it. Doesn't mean you had to.
He kinda did.
The world was in danger.
He kinda did though. You're gonna have Alpha 6 there, beatboxing and all that. But shit.
Wait.
I hated Turbo Alpha. I really did.
They tried to give him that whole Brooklyn accent, like,
freaking nah, he sounded like Rosie O'Donnell, man. I'm telling you.
Wait, are the movie versions invited? Yes, no.
Yeah, they can. They didn't. It wasn't their fault. They were ugly.
It was just in 2017. Yeah,
it wasn't their fault.
I mean, I'm hollering at Trini though. I'm hollering at Trini.
Plus 2017 Zach is now Liu Kang.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
he's Liu Kang.
But one, I'm chilling with the homie Billy from that movie because I like him. He's like pretty cool.
You know I'm hanging with Ethan, man. Yo, KD, I know you be watching, bro. We gonna be playing spades at the cookout, bro.
We don't play spades. But I couldn't get off the goddamn building.
All I gotta say, don't stay out my way. I'm about to holler at Becky G real quick.
Listen.
Stay out my way. Stay out the way.
You can do that, bro. But like, I gotta say,
I can't realize we're that low.
Shelby though? Yeah, nah, Tyler gonna be on there now.
Yo, you got it, Kazong.
Hey, do what you gotta do.
It's all you.
I mean, shoot, I need to
Hey,
go to
I got work in the morning.
Yo, come on, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do, homie.
So thanks for showing up, Kuzan. Thanks for showing up, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. KD, man. You playing spades, bro. Trent ain't ready. Trent not ready.
Hey, leave my boy Trent alone.
Trent not ready.
Trent alone.
No, you leave Trent alone. You leave him alone.
Yeah, leave Trent alone. What Trent do to you?
No, Trent ain't do nothing. I'm just saying he ain't
But
ready for the card game, bro.
But you want to know what I did? But you know what I saw since you mentioned him? Because I was on TikTok the other day, and I fought the Congress TikTokers, and it was like how Trent was in Dino Center.
Trent ain't want no smoke. Trent wanted all the smoke.
Yes, and he was so the guy he was wearing like a white Dino Thunder hoodie. And he was being a crap out of his stuff.
I know what you saw. That hoodie was fire.
And he was like, "Nigga, this shit got me fighting the same
like
day."
I just want to
fight. I don't give about none of that shit.
Yeah, I saw. He has a white Dino Thunder hoodie that looks like Trent's suit.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. I asked him. I was like, "Yo, where you get that?" It was fire.
Yeah, you know, because they're making some Power Ranger hoodies every now and then, just like shit.
Yeah, they probably don't have messages like, oh no, can't do that. Yeah, some other bullshit.
I hate motherfuckers like that, you know?
Oh, they just don't want to read your shit.
Look, man, I'm just saying, if I'm at that cookie, I'm trying to boogie with the
Okay, Blaze. Alright.
Let me stop.
Sprag, don't kill him. Sprag, don't kill him.
What? Don't tell me that.
Isn't the whole goal to kill the other side?
He wants vengeance. But I still shot his ass.
He still did.
But you know who ain't gonna be safe though? Nick from Mr. Force. He ain't safe.
I don't know how I got that shot out, to be honest.
Yeah, Nick not safe.
Nick ain't safe, bro. He ain't safe.
Vita safe. Chip safe.
Did he get a clean power up? Yes. But Nick, on the other hand, no, because he kind of sucked as a Red League. He kind of sucked as a Red League.
He need to take lessons from my boy Devin.
Oh yeah.
Take lessons. And you know what, Dino Fury crew, they can show up too.
Oh, thank Christ I don't have to fight the Exia.
They get a plate.
Yeah, I ain't see episode 4 yet, but so far
it's not out yet. This week was on break.
I thought it was out.
We still got to do that review when the 5th episode comes out.
Yeah, you know I got you. I done saw 3 and shit.
I'm gonna be able to catch up this week too.
Yeah, because I thought they released the first episode on Nick because
it was the Kids' Choice Awards this week, so you know how that goes. SpongeBob, man.
Oh shit! Oh, that's gonna read that.
Excuse me, you son of a bitch.
Then we got iCarly dude. Sorry,
why?
Yeah,
why? I was just gonna say.
Because of Paramount Plus needs.
What?
Paramount Plus needs shows. Paramount Plus needs shows.
Why is Paramount even trying that? Like,
I don't know.
Because they see how well Disney's doing.
Look, I'll say this much.
They're not Disney, though.
Get the fuck away from me.
Okay, I'll say this much. At least they were able to get Marina Cosgrove, Nathan Prescott, and the dudes who played Spencer. It's cool they got those 3 back.
Jeanette McCurdy was not coming back because
no, hell no, because she didn't win in the first place.
Yeah, freaking what's his name? Freaking Dan Schneider ruined the show and traumatized her. She's like, nah.
He was a dick. But there was one scene where she was literally like so damn nervous.
My God.
She was literally so damn nervous, and she backed away from the director. And then the camera guy, he just goes all up in her face talking about like no laughing at the director, Jeanette. Show some respect. Like, you smile again. Stop. Hey. Like she was really trying her hardest not to, and she wasn't even laughing at the dude. She was just so fucking nervous. Like she didn't know how to cope with it. Yes, big time. And then the guy was like, you know what, take $100 off her check, and he sounded dead serious about that.
Freaking Butch Hartman trying to reboot Fairly Odd Parents in live action. I say, oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Butch just need a check. Nah, go away. I'm mad he got a ghost figure, bro. He got a clean looking ghost figure and put it to the side. I'm like, bro,
He does.
He doesn't know. He didn't know what it was.
Look,
My thing about
it don't matter. It's a clean figure.
My thing about the whole reboot that they be trying to do,
I
and I
love
get it
David
that they
Here's my
trying to.
favorite ghost story. Coming right out.
I like. Okay, so I get the understanding of why they're trying to do.
Oh, you're right.
They're trying to attract the old audience. I get that, and they're trying to train like a whole new generation feel. So at that point, we're kind of better off without him. We're kind of better off without him. I think. You know, if you can give us that little bit of a feel of what the old show used to be, then it's not gonna. Might as well not.
That's why Dance Man season 3 was bad. Well, not bad, but not as good as it should have been.
Right, like what? Is there the only reboot I could give it a pause? But not too much. Like just a tad bit because they tried. I'll give them an A for effort.
Oh man.
What else is coming?
What else is coming? Kyle Massey wasn't on that. But like, where you at, Corey?
No,
bro. I saw his mission talking about
Proud Family get reboot.
Not reboot, a continuation. And he was like, well, damn, do I gotta come back in everything?
Yeah.
I mean, Corey was goated. You can't complain. Your character was goated. Other than Eddie. But Eddie went through some things, so you the only go to what we got now.
Freaking. It was something else. Something else I remember they were trying to do.
But Eddie, I felt out of all the other characters, everyone else was fine except Eddie. Eddie was the most one that just got effed up. I felt bad for him. Like I don't know, like for those of my Die for Ravens fans, I don't know if you guys
hit me knowing I died.
I don't know if you guys knew what happened to Fiat who played Eddie or anything else, but that man has went through a lot of shit. Like he had a little bit of fame, but he kind of fell down to. He kind of fell down to drugs. Just a tad bit. It wasn't much.
Got jumped.
So he kind of fell down to drugs, and then he got jumped, and it was just bad. It was just bad. It was
bitch.
Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Continuity, boys.
Yay! I'll probably go back to it. Yay!
We're pretty much.
How much more are we gonna go into it?
Nah, we're pretty much ending the stream.
Yeah, we've been going for a while.
Whoa!
God damn!
Almost 3 hours.
I was having to make it this time.
Brock, don't kill me! Oh, you didn't kill me,
man.
good.
Cookouts gonna be wild.
Minor some people, but hey.
My thing is, like, cause we gotta be at the cookout.
Yeah, we just separate Kira and Jack. Just keep them separate.
Kira and Jack,
because they like their actors actually dated and didn't.
Really?
Yeah, they talked about it at an SPD panel.
What? Yeah. Oh my fucking god! Ooh. I'm sorry, my mind is blown up.
Yo, KD, man, sorry. Don't
let me take this shit in.
Don't listen to this episode. I'll take it back.
It's too late for that. It's too late for that.
Take it back.
No, it's too late.
Shut up.
It's too late. You shut up. You started it.
You get the claim.
Me that shit.
I just got the process is fucking tad big. Kira and what the fuck on? Kira and Jack.
I'm telling you, it was a SPD panel where they were talking about the show. How,
I gotta look at it. I
don't remember what year it was, but I know they were talking about how Z and Bridge were going to be a thing, but then they decided against it. And they wanted to do the Mystic Force team up, but for reasons, I think budget-wise, they couldn't do that.
Now, as much as I didn't hate Mystic Force. There were some things that I liked about it, and there were some things really cool on squads with, but the team up of how they would, honestly, that team would have time traveled there. They would have, the only reason I could have seen SPD time travel with Mystic Force was as an enemy from SPD timeline escaped to Mystic Force's time trying to do something or acquire some type of power, and then SPD just shows up and be like, hey.
Or an enemy that the Mystic Force defeated was just sailed away, and then like in the future, yakking up, or
that would have been possible too.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's budget reasons why. They didn't do it, which sucks. And then they like, hey, is West Scar's dead? They're like, we never thought about it with doing it, but like, it's up to you guys if you really want it. It could have been a cool thing, but it's like, nah, he doesn't look like West.
You know, that was the thing I did like about the SPD era of the Power Rangers, is that they actually tried to do. It was clean for starters. It was clean. The only weakest links to me, the only weakest links in that show was Operation Overdrive. That was it. Operation Overdrive was just the weakest link for me in that franchise. Nothing else. Everything else I thought was pretty damn dope. But the custom team up that they kind of put into it at the early stages of it, which I thought was really cool, and that's something that we need.
I'm low key surprised they did like 2 team ups for SPD and Donald.
And that was fucking dope. That was dope. That was sweet.
Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder, man, when they freaking be at the cookout.
Oh, that was.
I'm telling you, Ethan and Dustin gonna have an arm wrestle contest. They gonna arm wrestle.
I'm gonna say it. Y'all might hate. I don't know.
You didn't like team up.
No, Ninja Storm bodied Dino Thunder.
They did. They better had. They Ninja Masters.
They bodied them. I don't care. I don't have this debate with my other Power Ranger friends, and they was like, no, he didn't. They did. I'm like, shit, the hell they did.
The only time they said, they were like, hey, you don't use powers unless they use powers. Freaking they use powers off rip because they knew. They knew they was gonna lose that.
He was like, did they all do that shit every time? Yes.
Dustin,
get your ass up.
I'm surprised Dustin was keeping up with freaking. Dustin was holding up. I mean, not Dustin. Ethan was holding up with Dustin. Man, had the Earth Ninjutsu powers, man.
He did, yeah, because when
Dustin's like, dang, my arms hurt.
Because when Dustin hit that backflip and went into the damn ground, like, I feel.
Oh man, Connor had to use his speed to keep up with the wind.
Which, right, yeah. Because the ninja, shit, I forgot what it's called. Sorry about that.
Well, well, let's do the wrap up, boys.
Wrap it up.
Last one?
Yeah, last one. Wrap it up. So, anyway. Listen, continuity is a bitch.
It is. If you don't have a plan, it definitely is.
Do your best.
People who write this stuff or make it or whatever, please have plans.
Have plans.
I remember when DC used to have a plan.
I'll say this much:
Justice League Animated Universe was so
or crossovers, do your damn homework and definitely have a plan. Because if you're wanting to do a continuity of
even if you don't want to follow the continuity, at least have a plan for what you're doing, right?
That too. Just do something. Just have it well written. Have a plan. Do your homework. I don't fucking know. Just do.
And don't freak out if people don't like the first part of your plan, and then have to suddenly change it. That'll just make things worse.
It'll
just make things worse.
I will say when you do the team up, right? When you do the team up, if it's the new crew against the old crew, don't have the new crew just wreck house, unless it's like power wise they can. You know,
just make them equal, if anything. Just show that
the only time I wouldn't necessarily say that, because Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder, they did it right. Pretty much Ninja Masters at this point against high school students. You know what was gonna happen there.
They got on.
I mean, yeah.
It has to make sense if you're gonna do that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Because it wouldn't make no damn sense if the Dino Thunder team just flat out stood toe to toe.
The only way they would
make no sense.
The only way they would have been okay is if Tommy showed up. Let's be real here. He got the experience.
He do got the experience, but well, screw it. Yeah,
he was also a ninja.
He was a ninja himself, Ninjetti.
Yeah.
Apparently,
it kind of counts.
Yeah, Ninja made the coins. Ninja gave him the ninja power.
But it wasn't full on ninja type like how Ninja Storm was. But I get it, bro. I get it. No, that wouldn't be the only way where it might work. Just might.
Yeah, Trent would probably try to blitz him, but
I can't stand that.
Yeah, possibly. But overall, but then again, if you can bring in those two, that means you have to tie in Blade Hunter and Sam to fight.
Okay, fair enough. We get the rematch.
You know what I'm saying, Echo? 'Cause if you get Tommy and Trent, that means you got to get Blake and Hunter.
Yeah, but like to be
Yeah.
fair, they weren't around. Blake might have shown up, but Hunter and Cam needed notice, so they wouldn't have shown up.
Well, it's 6 of the Ninja Storm Rangers against 5 of the Dino Thunder Rangers.
That's what I'm saying. Like if Trent, he's like, "Yo, Trent, hang back. I got this." Trent's like, "All right, I'll be here if you need me." Tommy goes in, or Tommy just sends Trent in. They could have pulled that if they wanted it. But Cam would have mopped the floor. He already had the skill.
If he took off the armor, it's over. It's over. That's all he got to do. Go vet off. Super Saiyan mode. It's over. Keep flying over them boys. It don't matter. He with it. Even his own team underestimated him until he proved them wrong. Talking about, you broke that? No, there's no way. Guess what? You ain't always got to be a Ranger just to fight. So you guys. That's what his problem. Yeah, just do it right, you guys. Just do it right.
I'm sorry, Echo.
Oh, I took as many shots as I could before it was over.
But when episode 5 comes out, I'm definitely gonna be hyped to review Dino Fury with you, Echo.
Blaze is gonna die. I know that.
That's the average.
Wow, that is reaching out.
I shot him.
I can't.
No, I shot him. I shot Blaze.
Oh.
Now you just killed his hype.
But I shot. Hey, to be fair, if he didn't die, he would have died to the wings because I was shooting him in that direction. He would have got shot in that direction.
You know what? That's equitable. I'm actually totally okay with this. That's fine.
Good job, Alex.
I was like, oh man, 2-for-1 special. Not so much. But you know what? It's aight. It's aight.
Alright, y'all. That wraps it up for this episode of the podcast.
Alexa?
It was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, pretty funny. Tune in tomorrow for Mecha Monday. Frag, are you able to do Mecha Monday tomorrow?
Yes, yeah. Last week was an aberration.
Tune in tomorrow for Frag's channel. Twitch.tv.com/Frago. You know, Mecha Mondays. And then we'll have Mobile Suit Monday later in the day. It's gonna be a fun time. Now we talked your head off enough. Go to bed.
Good night.
Sleep time.
Night. Swear that's so
I didn't like that. I did not like that.
He does it every week.
Damn it. I didn't saw that.